It's the Star Sports One Day International Series, India versus Australia. We've travelled all around India, and now, one final time in this 7-game series, we're in the wonderful garden city of Bengaluru, and we're at the Karnataka State Cricket Association Stadium. It's a ground that batsmen love. The bowlers will want to prove themselves too. It's India versus Australia, and the series is level 2-2. We've had 2 rained-off matches, and so we've come here with everything to play for. Right, the batsmen have had a great time in the series, and from the Australian side, nobody better than George Bailey in Nagpur. Made 156 without really hitting the leather of the ball. Wonderful timing. Just wonder if his eyes are moving towards a number 6 slot in the Ashes. In a sense, from the point of view of the result, it was trumped by what Virat Kohli did. The 3rd fastest century by an Indian batsman after he scored the fastest in Jaipur. And that's a lovely montage they've put together, because it shows you he's scoring runs all around the wicket. He is in the form of his life. Both teams will look at this scorecard and say, right, we've come to Bengaluru now. How much is good? Shane Watson said in the flash interview I did with him there, he said, we thought 360 was enough. Well, 350 wasn't in Nagpur. India won that with 3 balls left. Right, they're all starting to come in. Short of Ganguly has joined me in the commentary box as well. The surface.
Good afternoon, Harsha. Good afternoon, viewers. It's as good as it can be. Bone dry, very, very little grass, and look at the shine. Every time they shine on pitches in India, it is in favour of the batsman. As Harsha said, it's been a high-scoring ground, and we will not be surprised today as well.
Australia won the toss and chose to field. There's a little dew factor, but I think George Bailey said the primary reason was that this is a very difficult ground to defend a total. Just the one change?
Not surprisingly, India wouldn't have gone with another spinner on this pitch. There's not much for the spinners except a bit of bounce, and Amit Mishra was not at his best in the last game. It's never easy on him. You get a game once in a while and then you have to come and do your best. But I think that's the right combination. Vinay Kumar, an extra fast bowler, rather an extra seamer, and it provides an opportunity.
Nathan Coulter-Nile comes in for Mitchell Johnson. He's a good cricketer. You saw a lot of him in the Champions League too. He's been in India for a while, so he comes in for Mitchell Johnson, and a wonderful opportunity for him. There's still a very good bowling side, even if the scoreboard tells you a different story.
It's the 7th One-Day International in the Chinnaswamy Stadium, Bangalore. The all-important game. It's been such a good series, such a well-fought series. Shikhar Dhawan getting his feet moving. You see a lot of batsmen do that. Get the adrenaline going, get the mind going, get the blood circulation going in the body. And what a career he's had. His last 7 months have been phenomenal. 25 matches, 1,000 runs at an average of 45.45, and most importantly, the strike rate. He's just got better and better. Rohit Sharma just got picked in the test team. It's his time now. Have been on the wings for a long period. Has made a name in one-day cricket, but will get an opportunity in test matches also. 108 matches, the average can get better. He's a better player than that. The strike rate can get better.
And he will take strike today. Here's the fact that he's batting back in the test match team. The fact that once Tendulkar retires, there's another opportunity opening up in the middle order will buoy him up a little bit. 90 wickets from 56 matches. That's an excellent record for Clint Mackay. 4.69 economy rate. Obviously, he's played on grounds that are very different from the ones he's played on in this tournament.
He's been to India before. And the last time Australia came when they won 4-2, he was a part of a massive run chase in Hyderabad. India were chasing 360. Sachin Tendulkar almost got them there till Clint Mackay got some wickets at the end. It's such a beautiful looking ground.
Yes, that was a 175 innings, wasn't it, from Tendulkar? Forced the little blip in 2007-8. He got 163 in Christchurch, 175 in Hyderabad, 200 in Gwalior. Now 2 slips for Rohit Sharma. He'll get the ball to swing away from early on. They fancy getting him there sometimes. One man out on the boundary at third man, one man out on the boundary at long on. and runs straight away. He almost didn't reach the crease. I thought he was just walking up to the crease, Clint Mackay.
There was a bit of swing also. We spoke about altitude at the start of this game, how the ball travels in the air. Look at this, bit of swing, good seam position, just an outside edge, and look at the distance it carried in the air. We will see a lot of sixes in this game. Rohit Sharma trying to reach out. He's been in very good form. So when you are in good form, you see a half volley, the eyes lighten up, whether it's the first ball or the second or the third.
First ball was 124 kilometers an hour. Now the left-hander. Sometimes in this part of the world, if it's very hot in the morning, then it just, there's a danger of rain in the evening. Hopefully that won't happen. There are clouds around, but hopefully that won't happen. Sort of course, felt the pleasantness because he comes from Kolkata.
It's getting pleasant there as well. You will enjoy the test match.
A lot of swing, but it was the right-hander's ball, not the left-hander's.
And good thing for Clint Mackay that he's seen some swing. Not yet loosened up. It's an absolute warm-up delivery, the first two deliveries. Good seam position. Could carry to the keeper as well. He hasn't seen that in this series so far. In such good batting wickets. Great conditions to play cricket.
And off the mark. We'll get there eventually, so keep the scoring down to 2. Don't know if he hit that as well, but suspect Jaipur, Nagpur, that might have gone for 4.
May not be. A good length, pitched up, and just see the swing. Doesn't matter what delivery you are facing. Cricket has changed. A big stride forward, that's where his strength is. And his hands take over. Good to see a left-hander move his feet and use his hands as well. Not at his quickest yet, Clint Mackay. 125 kilometers an hour. S. Ravi's 47 years of age, standing in his 12th one-day international. Nigel Long, 44 years old, his 72nd one-day game.
He's always got that slightly bewildered look on his face, Nigel Long. He's always looking around saying, okay, why is this like that? There he is, why?
He comes from England, Harsha, and I believe Yorkshire. Men in Yorkshire look things differently. I beg your pardon, he comes from Kent, closer to London.
Great cheer when these two walked out, but just wait till Kohli walks out. They've taken to him, Bangaloreans. They think he's their man. But we showed you Clint Mackay's figures. 90 wickets from 56 games. Economy rate 4.69. Excellent figures. This series, not bad either. 4.9 in Mohali was excellent. In Pune, 3.6. I'm looking at economy rates, but Jaipur 9 and Nagpur just under 7.
He hasn't done too badly. He's gone at 5.78. Good delivery, good line. End of the first over. India 4 for no loss.
It's been a wonderful series this so far if you're a lover of batting. Australia in Pune and Mohali, India, Jaipur and Nagpur. Oh, tough one. I think he's got a glove to it. So he's probably saved a couple of runs there. He's struggling with the left-hander here.
He did have a long way to go, Brad Haddin, and he has done very, very well to stop the ball from going to the boundary. It's a bit stiff today, Clint Mackay. That swung. You can see how far Brad Haddin has gone. Puts him in position, but just get a feeling he's a bit stiff.
Down the ground for 4. I think he tried to overcompensate here.
And it's hit the toe of the bat. Doesn't matter where it hits, it still goes to the boundary. This time going away from the left-hander. Not timing it well. No chance of the mid-off fielder. He's still too far inside.
Now, Saurabh, I've just been handed a little note that I've been told not to show to you by our forensic scorer, Mohandas Menon. Oh, great shot. The earlier one might have come off the toe of the bat. Everything right about this one, including the length of the ball that Mackay delivered to him.
That's a hard volley. Right in the arc. And it's raced away to the boundary. Pitched up. And the bat ball was dealt with it. Trying to get some swing, but this is too far pitched up. The first one through the offside, this one through the leg side and right off the middle of the bat.
He's in good form now. I think that outswinger to the right-hander, he's struggling against the left-hander. He's bowling it exactly where Shikhar Dhawan wants him to.
The Indians are off the blocks in a hurry. They've moved on to 24. And it's not even the third over. Once again, a poor delivery. You can't bowl onto the pads to this Indian batsman. First one in front of square and this one behind. They come to cheer their players. Boy, they're happy.
Right, Mohandas Menon's given me this little piece of paper, sort of. And he says you batted at number 1, which means you took strike 161 times. But at number 2, 81 innings. So maybe when it wasn't Tendulkar, you probably went up to Sehwag and said, I'm captain, you take strike. 81 innings at number 2.
Look at the 161 at the top.
Just numbers. You know, that's what Mohan does. He gives you numbers. It's up to you to interpret them.
Can't challenge his statistics.
Maybe it was the Sehwag era. See, he's much happier straight away bowling to the right-hander. Sunny, the radar is right. He's getting the ball off stump slightly outside.
These are the 3 boundaries of Shikhar Dhawan. The first one, the outswinger, and the next 2 trying to bring the ball back into the right-hander and into the pads. It's not the quickest of the outfield. We've seen quicker ones in India this series, but it's raced away to the boundary.
And that'll help too. Oh, he's done well there. He's really done well because the ball was travelling. He's kept it down to a single. 17 from the over. 26 for no loss. Yeah, he's probably telling himself, wish there were 2 right-handers opening the batting. Very clearly see there's 2 bowlers out there. One bowling to the right-hander, one bowling to the left. His first over went for 5. Nathan Coulter-Nile. 2 outswing bowlers then for Australia up front. There's about 10 kilometers an hour difference. Well, maybe even more. Now let's take a look at this last over. I think you'll see he's bowled a much better line to the right-handers than he has to the left-handers. Oh, sorry, this is Coulter-Nile. I thought he was still talking about Clint Mackay. He's bowled lovely areas. And also he's bowling a little quicker than Mackay, so that helps.
Just have a look where the mid-on and mid-off fielders are. And these are such good batting wickets, such quick outfields. I've stood at mid-on and mid-off for a number of times, and the bowlers tell you, keep coming from behind. Once again, a good delivery. Down to mid-wicket for a single. They believe that in these grounds, in these pitches, you have to come from behind because the ball comes quicker onto you. You play a defensive shot, it travels to you a lot faster than other parts of the world. So give yourself time. It allows you to get a lot more distance from the batsman. And there have been two instances in this series, one in Nagpur and one now here in Bangalore. They would have come back from behind the mid-on and the mid-off. That could have been a catch. The changes in the Australian team. Coulter Denial in place of Mitchell Johnson. He's gone back to Australia.
Right now, one of the slips goes out to the left-hander, out to short mid-wicket. Just remember, he's an outswing bowler too, so it's coming into Shikhar Dhawan. Top edge. It's going to fall in no man's land. Only two outside. Square leg was within the circle, so didn't control it, but it landed safely.
Just hurried on to him a bit. Coulter Denial is quicker than Clint McKay. Luck's going Shikhar Dhawan's way, trying to play the pull shot. Hurried on to him, top edge, but didn't get to the deep fine leg fielder. Just trying to use the pace, help it to square leg. A bit of bounce and a bit more pace.
Now, while Saurav Ganguly's been talking, he's actually been looking very closely at Mohan Das men and saying, "Hey, to you, Mohan, what are you up to?" So we've got some numbers in your favour, Saurav, which suggests that what you're telling us is absolutely true. 136 times Sachin Tendulkar opened the batting. 130 times he was a non-striker. Only 6 times, and I think one of those might have been that great innings against Pakistan in the World Cup. You dropped down the order that time, went and took strike against Wasim Akram. Another good over. Another day, there might have been a wicket in it. 3 runs from it, 29 for no loss. So the start of another good partnership between these two. It's a partnership that served India well, Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan, as indeed as Aaron Finch and Phil Hughes. We've got India off to another decent start today. Oh, tremendous shot. He's fielded it really well. Coulter Denial is a big man to come down.
Great work by Coulter Denial. Terrific effort, terrific commitment on the fast bowler. Good seam positions, very firmly hit, and look how quickly he got down. Rohit Sharma diving as well.
Bodies to the left, bodies to the right. One diving away, one diving to the crease. Oh, great shot. Wow. It's delectable the way he's picked that off his hips.
It's a terrific shot. It wasn't that shot, wasn't that poor a delivery, just on the leg stump, and it's a flick. It's the shot of a man in terrific frame of mind. Just a flick off the middle of the bat, and it's raced away. Fantastic batting.
Well, everyone's talking about Virat Kohli. This man's been in tremendous form himself. Just gone past 1,000 runs in one-day international cricket. You'll see he bats on both sides. He's got runs front foot and back foot, offside and leg.
Very clever batting. He knows the field very well and just plays according to his strength. He's such a good timer on the square of the wicket. And that's the celebration. It's a different generation.
That's the point I was making. Hits everywhere. There's not a side that he favours. And that's another beauty. So he's just illustrated what we're talking about. On the back foot, his player went off his hip behind square. And now front foot past cover.
Terrific cricket, terrific batting. Just see how big that front foot stride is. And that's why he hits it in front of the wicket. Very, very good. You see so many left-handers in world cricket playing with their hands. This man, feet are always in good position. This would have gone to the boundary as well. It's just racing off the bat at the present moment. Has forced George Bailey to change his field. The third man coming in, the point fielder going to the fence. He just races off his bat.
Cover wide open too. It's almost inviting the cover drive. The length is a little further back. He might chip it to the two fielders there. Backward point and point. No, onside. Very easily done by Shikhar Dhawan, who's on fire here. 29 from 18. It's 45 for no loss after 6 overs.
Just amazing pressure on the bowler. This time through the onside. The first one was through the onside. The next one through the offside. The third one would have gone for as well. So it's straight away pressure on the bowler. It's such good batting.
So no Amit Mishra, Vinay Kumar getting the opportunity on his home ground. He knows these conditions well.
Do like James Faulkner coming around the wicket, just reducing the angles to both these players who love the width. Especially Rohit Sharma as the right-hander, ball leaving, falling out of James Faulkner's hand, sort of angling as he bowls over the wicket to the first slip. Just coming back into those stumps, I think it's a good option. Won't take long, I don't think, for Rohit Sharma to make the adjustment though and start clearing his hands through mid-wicket.
Oh, lovely shot. Good fielding. I think the idea is to just block the offside by bowling this angle. Not give the batsman room, just bowl into the stumps.
Once again, we've spoken a lot about the flat conditions, and yep, this is another very good wicket. But the Australian bowlers have got only themselves to blame here this afternoon. Already scoring at a run rate of 6 and a bit. It's just been some very average bowling. No appeal. As I said, Rohit Sharma just looking to target perhaps that onside now. He's had enough of being tied down. This is what happens when you actually are batting and you can't get your boundaries away. You start to look for areas of easy scoring options.
That's a good shot. That's pitched further up and it's gone way back into the crowd. Well, he's in terrific touch, Rohit Sharma. Great shot to end the over. 8 of it, 60 for no loss.
Well, this is a magnificent shot. Not all that wrong a delivery. He's just on a very good wicket decided, you know what, I've had enough of this. I'm going to put a little pressure on you and just throw the hands over it. Hits sweetly on this reasonably small ground.
.79 for no loss. Xavier Doherty into the attack. He's done a pretty good job for Australia. 51 matches, very good economy rate. He's yet to pick up a wicket in this series. But the economy has been pretty good, less than 6 when you consider the conditions, some of the scores that have been made in this one-day series. As a spinner, if you can have a run rate under 6 runs per over, you've done a good job.
Rather, great spinners take wickets. And the people that take wickets win games. That'd be like getting a really good 30 and 40 every time you go out and play. Got to be better than that, I think, at the international stage. Yep, scoring rate is good. Keeping it under 6 in these conditions has been excellent. Throw 1 or 2 wickets in there as well. It might have just made the difference for a victory for Australia. So tonight he's got to do that. Got to find a way to penetrate. No matter where you are in the batting lineup, I think that's what you're looking to do. You're just looking to absorb time, to build your innings, to build the partnerships, and then build the pressure. As soon as you take a wicket, bang, you're under pressure.
Warm day here in Bangalore, pretty humid as well. Oh, good stop. Saved a certain boundary there, Maxwell.
Well, that's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant fielding here. The athleticism of the modern day cricketer is just fabulous to watch. It's entertainment in itself. The movement, the presence of mind just to be able to spot the ball. I think Maxwell's probably one of the best. Absolute fantastic athlete. Young, he moves quickly, he's got a good arm. He's been a real find, I reckon, for the Australian fielding unit.
Oh, chance of a run out. Oh, the throw was poor. He was gone, Shikhar Dhawan. Rohit Sharma was looking at the ball. And Shane Watson would be disgusted with himself. Great opportunity going to ground.
Yeah, he'd be livid with himself here, Watto. It was almost like he didn't think that there was anything on. The throw just taking that extra little bit of time, just get it right.
This was in a hurry to get rid of the ball. See, Dhawan well short of his ground. Had that throw been good, he would have been out by a couple of yards. Tidy start from Doherty, 3 runs of it, 82 for no loss. Doherty will continue in the commentary box. Shiva Ramakrishnan and Sunny Gavaskar.
And a very happy Diwali to one and all. An auspicious day and a great beginning by India. Put into bat. 91 for no loss. And happy birthday to Sunil Gavaskar. Beg your pardon. Happy Diwali to Sunil Gavaskar.
Thank you, and like you, yes, wishing all the viewers a very, very happy Diwali, and hope you have a healthy and a peaceful year ahead. Certainly seems to be healthy, the Indian scorecard at the moment. All 10 wickets in hand, the Indian openers settling down well, batting quite brilliantly. Shikhar Dhawan's been quite superb, Rohit Sharma not too far behind. 92 for no loss, another fine start by this new pair. They've already got 200 partnerships in those 2 big chases, 1 short of a half century.
Expecting a big one. Gets the single. And yet another half century there for Shikhar Dhawan of just 43 balls. And the crowd's loving it.
He's scoring at more than a run a ball. He's just taking off from Nagpur, so to speak. Got 100 there, brilliant 100 in Nagpur, somewhat overshadowed by what Virat Kohli produced.
Get on the up, field on the deep. Kai the fielder, Rohit Sharma will pick up 2. 15 overs bowled, it's 97 for no loss and time for drinks. Welcome back to Bengaluru. We lost 28 minutes to play because of the rain, but no changes in playing condition. It'll still be a 50-over game.
$109 of 108 deliveries. Run a ball scoring rate for these 2 openers.
So the opener is doing it once again for India. Partnership coming in quick time as well. The slower bowler is taking pace of the ball. The ball's not coming onto the bat. It's been very tight. Is Xavier Doherty. Got to start all over again. Bit of a fumble. Batsmen are quite happy with the single.
They've pushed him for a single down there quite regularly. Rohit Sharma playing the off drive towards long off, and Shikhar Dhawan has played him on the onside. Of Doherty, they have looked to take a single of just about every delivery.
So for Rohit Sharma, the line of attack could be around the off stump. 3 fielders inside the ring. Very close indeed to save the single. Protection for the big shot. Long off, deep cover. Good effort by the left arm spinner on his follow through. The length has been good as well. He's not trying too many things, the left arm spinner, Xavier Doherty. Just being very steady. That's skillful. Just opening the face of the bat, playing with soft hands.
Still turning out to be a pretty good over. Just 3 runs, so just 5 runs so far of 11 deliveries. And that too when the Indian openers were scoring at more than a run a ball. So 2 good overs so far for the Australians. Big shout is given him out. First wicket of the series. Trying to work the ball away to the onside, missing it. And Doherty has got Shikhar Dhawan out, leg before wicket.
Well, the stoppage in play hasn't helped India. He was looking very fluent just before the break of 28 minutes. There's a pitch in line, yes it does. Just a bit of turn and he was gone. He was plumb in front. Bit of drift, pitch is in line, a hint to turn with a hit middle and leg. And a good call from the umpire. Doherty picks up his first wicket in this one-day series. Shikhar Dhawan cannot believe it. He's gone for 60. India 112 for 1. The partnership broken. Dhawan, the man dismissed for 60, gets in the man in form. It's been quite sensational. 81 short of 5,000 and 1,700s at the age of 24. He's been amazing form, Virat Kohli. 344 runs in the series. At the non-striker's end. A change in bowling. We saw Maxwell bowl the last over. Clint Mackay into the attack.
Yes, with the new batsman on the crease, giving it to a regular bowler. Maxwell is a bit of a stopgap bowler, you've got to say. This is the wicket of Shikhar Dhawan, trying to work the ball away to the onside. A hint of turn there for Doherty. It is pitching off stump and has turned just a little bit, so it would have hit the middle and leg stump. So no problems for the umpire deciding in the bowler's favour, because the ball had hit him below the knee roll as well. Bit of a lazy shot, you've got to say. And that can happen. Oh, nice shot. That can happen when you've batted and you've got a half century.
The conditions there very hot and very humid as well. Might have been a little tired. Been very expensive so far. Economy of 7.8. Virat Kohli now, the man on strike. He'll slip in position when he's new at the crease. It's the man a deep square leg coming in. The second home, Virat Kohli plays for the Royal Challengers Bangalore in the IPL. He knows these conditions really well. What a great reception as he walked out to the centre. Just have a listen. It's a packed house here in Bengaluru. Stage is set for Virat Kohli. 113 for 1. We're in the 20th over.
Nicely forward, getting on top of the ball, the head still. So he will try and play himself in. There's plenty of overs left, 30 overs left after this one. So he knows plenty of overs left. So he'll play himself in, give himself a little bit of time out in the middle. Virat Kohli. No need for him to try and start banging away at the ball straight away. There it is. Off the mark, he's pretty quick. Oh, he's out, run out. Yes and no situation. He wanted the single. Rohit Sharma slipped. And so Virat Kohli finds himself well short of the crease. Out for a duck. Run out for a duck. It's a big blow.
It's a massive blow and the crowd can't believe it. Down the ground, he calls for a single and Rohit Sharma was turning around looking at the fielder. And Kohli had no chance at all. And he's gone, disappointed. He's gone for a duck. It's 113 for 2. Suresh Raina. $113 for 2.
It was unfortunate that run out. Bit of an anticlimax, you've got to say, because there was so much of anticipation. 2 wonderful hundreds, match-winning hundreds, Virat Kohli, and then 81 needed to beat the record of the one and only Sir Isaac Vivian Alexander Richards, but not to be. Run out for a duck. Well, he can equal it if he gets 81.
So India losing 2 wickets in quick time. Shikhar Dhawan first and then Virat Kohli. Got some rebuilding to do, India.
It's important for Rohit Sharma not to think back too much on the unfortunate run out, because he's now going to make up for the runs that Virat Kohli would have got. Well, because the bowler was close to the ball, he turned back to make sure he wouldn't be run out at the bowler's end with the deflection. Virat Kohli says, it's my call. He'd gone more than halfway.
Single to end the over. 5 runs of the over. That's 118 for 2.
The 23 overs gone. India put into bat by George Bailey, Australia's captain. Captain Marvel. What a season he's had here in India, George Bailey. 474 runs. Coulter Nile now. Well, he's missed a few out there outside that off stump, and Ryan will be happy to get some bat on that. I rather like the nickname for Nathan Coulter Nile. His teammates call him River.
It's an easier thing to pronounce though. River. Rohit Sharma's batting on 49. That's a good delivery. Coming back into Rohit Sharma. That'll bring up his 50. A very well made 50. He's been very consistent in this series. He's got a lot of work to do though. A very good knock. It's an important game for India. They've lost Shikhar Dhawan. They've lost Virat Kohli, the 2 most dangerous men in this batting. And he's done well. Jack back into him. He's done well to play it down to third man. Very well made 50.
And he's got to put behind him that little mishap with Virat Kohli. That's gone. He's got to stay there now. He's dropped anchor here. just can't dwell on things like that. Kohli's gone for naught, massive anticlimax, and the in-form player in this side. And Kohli's sitting and watching this. He'll be livid that he's out. But Rohit Sharma, his job is to continue now for India.
At a strike rate of 70.4. Probably a little slower in context of the series, but he can change that very, very quickly. And coming back to Suresh Raina, it's good to see his approach. He's taking his time. He's settling in. He can always make it up. He's such a gifted player. Very nicely played down to third man. He finished the over off with a single. Another good over. 3 from it. 128 for 2.
Glenn Maxwell back now. He's bowled just the 2 overs for 8 runs. Maxwell with his off spin.
George Bailey trying to get a couple of overs off Maxwell in. A left-hander, Suresh Raina at the crease. He's bowled 2 overs so far. Watson has bowled 4, Faulkner 3. He's got to cover up the overs of Clint Mackay, who's not been at his best. It's good captaincy.
That was a confident stride that time from Raina. You saw a couple of nervous pushes from him against Coulter-Nile. Now let's ask the expert. Prem Mohanty has asked, is Saurav Ganguly the commentator cooler than Dada the captain? Well, you're going to have to tell us, Saurav. Are you much cooler as a commentator than Dada the captain?
Yeah, because we are in the cool air-conditioned rooms.
I don't think that's what he means.
So we are much
I think
cooler.
he wants to know. Shot! Has he got enough on this? Oh, yes, he has. That's gone way into the second tier.
It's gone the distance. The new Glenn Maxwell is the weak link. Rohit Sharma has put him into the stands. Very good use of the feet. There's bounce in this pitch, and it goes the distance, 96 meters. Good batting. A single to follow the boundary. Hitting with the turn, with the bounce, and it goes a long way here in this ground.
10 from that over, 26 gone, 146 for 2. Xavier Doherty will resume. He's had a pretty good spell, 6 overs, 1 for 28. And the wicket of Shikhar Dhawan. So George Bailey is changing his bowlers, he's rotating his bowlers well. He is only giving 1 or 2 overs and he's just changing. Voges has not bowled yet. I doubt whether he will, because 6 bowlers have been used. Maxwell bowled just the 1 over. Doherty comes back. Oh! Clinton Mackay just that short fine leg stifled appeal here.
That would have been close if he would have missed the bat, but it's straight off the middle. He's bowled well, Xavier Doherty. The lines have been a lot better this game. He's got a deep point, so he's been able to bowl outside the off stump. Managed to control Shikhar Dhawan. Got dismissed while trying to play the on drive. It's good fields.
Oh, he's lofted him straight. That's a fabulous looking stroke, and it's 6.
He's just put his feet on the accelerator, Rohit Sharma. There was a lull period in between after the loss of Virat Kohli, but both Raina and Sharma are turning it on now. It's a good shot. Against the turn, the mid-on was up. He did not try to hit it too hard, and it's gone the distance.
.65 now, Rohit Sharma. Lovely swing of the arms.
It's very good batting.
It's gone wider this time. And it's the same result. It's another 6. And it's the 50 partnership between Rohit Sharma and Suresh Raina.
That's even a better shot. This time over mid-on. The previous one was a lot straighter. It's not an easy shot to a left-arm spinner. Not using his feet, just stretching himself and just extending the arms. It's very good running between the wickets. It's been a very good over for India so far. 14 of it. Very good shot. Look how far he stretches. Look how his hands go further out to get under the ball. And just look at that stride. Everything so perfect.
Well, that's just injected some momentum, this Indian batting. They're going back for a second. Good running. 16 from the over. 28 bowled, 169 for 2.
So such good batting. 56 runs, partnership of 49 deliveries. And they've pushed the run rate again past 6. They dropped in the middle, but 2 good overs. And they're back at run a ball. This is how good this surface are.
And Shane Watson will continue this partnership now. Rohit Sharma and Suresh Raina, 56 from 49. Here goes Watson. And George Bailey just changing these fielding configurations here as well. There's no one back on the deep cover point here. Now I hope there's not a problem here with Watson. He said something to George Bailey there now. He ran up and obviously didn't feel he could let the ball go, and there was just a little word there to his skipper and a shake of the head. I hope he's okay. Shane Watson doesn't look happy at all at the end of his run-up. Hands on hips, and I just wonder, there's a problem here with Watson. There really is. He's not going to be able to continue here, Watson. Have a look here, something's gone here. Maybe a muscle pull. He started to load up, and you can see the grimace on his face, and Watson's leaving the field. That is a huge blow for Australia. There's a shake of the head. He said to his captain immediately, I can't continue. And that is a massive blow for the Australians.
Yes, it is. He's such an important batsman as well. Australia will need him tonight. Whether it's the calf, or the hamstring, or whether he's not feeling well, we'll have to find out. Moses on Rakes, coming in as a replacement to Shane Watson. That's a big blow to Australia. He will not be able to complete his overs.
Well, that puts enormous pressure now on George Bailey's side. And there's no Mitchell Johnson. George Bailey, who has led from the front in such wonderful fashion for the green and gold. But now Watson's gone. It may be a calf pull. It maybe didn't look like a back, but he pulled up immediately. So Glenn Maxwell will have to finish this over.
Adam Voges can bowl, or Australia will miss Watson. Rohit Sharma got after Glenn Maxwell, got after Xavier Doherty in the previous 2 overs. Missing Watson could be a big blow.
Goes again. Fancies another place in the stands, and he finds it. Well, Rohit Sharma's got the markers set now. His 5th 6.
It didn't hit the middle of the bat, but it still has gone the distance. Using his feet, you knew it was coming. just hitting the toe of the bat, but it's the extension of the arm. This time over mid-wicket. And the same result. Well, he's taking Maxwell on, and very rightly so. 2 sixes in the previous over of Doherty, and a couple more this over. He quickly moves on to 84, gets to the pitch, hits it on the bounce, and over the mid-wicket fielder. 79 metres.
Well, Rohit Sharma showing utter contempt for Australia's bowlers here. He's treating them with disdain. He's made his mind up, they're going. And now he's created doubt in the bowlers. He can just play it all around the park here. He's hit a six. That first six here off Maxwell came off the bottom of the bat. It was nowhere up from the sweet spot. He's just premeditated. He knows he's going to go after Maxwell, and he's done so. Those 6 sixes now for Rohit Sharma. He's got 3 fours, and he's got 85 to his name. Last 5 overs, 54 runs, and a single to end that over. The 29th, 29 gone, 14 from it, 183 for 2. So 183 for 2, and an injection of pace into this Indian innings now. Two very good overs. The last 5 overs, 55 runs, and India have just found another gear. The Australians have lost a key man in Shane Watson. Change down on the field, and a change up here as well. Well, I think we'll have spin down below. We'll have spin here as well with Shiva Ramakrishnan and Ravi Shastri.
Thanks, Alan. Last half an hour has been thoroughly entertaining here. Both batsmen looking very good. In fact, Rohit has taken the attack to the opposition. Rohit Sharma's strike rate was around 70, now it's gone up almost 98.
Yes, and another massive score on the horizon here. 183 for 2. Still 20 overs to go after this. Good placement. We'll get a couple. There's a big crowd here today. They'll get their money's worth. Already no shortage of shots being played. Rohit Sharma has hit 6 sixes. And last 5 sixes of his has come in the last 8 balls he's faced.
Maybe the ball getting wet there. Taking his time, Xavier Doughty. Refield is deep on the leg side for Raina. Big appeal once again, up goes the finger. Nigel Long has given it. And Suresh Raina isn't happy, waited for a while before leaving. Was the quicker delivery at 89 Ks. Let's see if he got a bit of inside edge.
Yes, it has to be an inside edge. Otherwise, you can see how even Shikhar Dhawan was out. Yeah, that hits the pad first. So good decision. Have a look here. It pitches outside, straightens, and that would have hit middle stump. Now, this is a carbon copy of Shikhar Dhawan's dismissal. So Doherty dismisses both the left-handers. And that wicket coming at the right time for the Australians. That partnership was looking dangerous. Raina goes for 28. It's 185 for 3.
Yuvraj Singh out in the centre. Needs some runs. Hasn't been amongst the runs in the 50-over games. Made a blinder at Rajkot in the T20 match. Raina waited for a long time. At the end, looked like a good call from the umpire. Pitch is in line, just a bit of turn. Hitting him well below the knee roll.
Yes, he's bowling well. What he's doing is he's bowling at pace to the left-hander, and they're getting the odd ball to grip the surface and turn. And there are some dry patches on the surface. You can see 1997.
Excellent over. 185 for 3. Just 2 runs and a wicket in that. 20 overs still remaining, so Yuvraj Singh can take his time. "17 overs remaining. India in a good position. 203 for 3. Opening partnership of 112 between Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan. Lost the wicket of Virat Kohli very early. Raina making a small little contribution there, but the man who's been extremely good today and a treat to watch has been Rohit Sharma. 92 of just 97 balls. 4 fours and 6 sixes. He's one of those batsmen, a right-hander, being gifted with a lot of elegance. Some big sixes in this innings. He'd like to convert this into a big 100.
Very important now that Australia don't get carried away with this short stuff, especially to Yuvraj. It's okay early on in his innings, you try it, but once he gets his eye in and he gets away with a couple of shots, then he can make you pay for it. You can see all the balls to Yuvraj in this series. They've plenty of short deliveries to him.
Running hard. Yuvraj Singh will have to settle for the single.
Current rate, India will get to 306, but I think what they'll be looking for is a score around 325. Yeah. Current run rate is just over 6. You'd expect them to get closer to 9 and 10 in the final 10 if they've got wickets in hand.
The batting power play of 5 overs, if you can get 40 runs without losing a wicket, set up quite beautifully. For the last 10 overs, you'll have about 250, 260. 10 overs to go. That's nicely played. We'll get 2.
And a good thing from India's point of view, it'll come at the right time, the 35th over. Yuvraj would have got his eye in, he's got off to a start. He's on 12. Rohit Sharma would be around his 100 at that time. He's 94 at the moment on strike.
Doing it well. Not looking for the big shots, just the singles. Needs to bat right through. Rohit Sharma. They need another partnership in there. This one, 22 of 25 balls. Excellent taken. What a catch. Unbelievable catch this. It was travelling so very quickly. And Brad Haddon pulls out a beauty.
Well, that's the length. And to Yuvraj Singh, again making him drive, but he'll be disappointed. He was just getting his eye in, beginning to play fluently. And this is a superb catch. This ball was travelling, there's no one at slips. That's a great grab with that left hand of his. And that wicket again coming just before power play, so at the right time for the Australians. Yuvraj Singh departs for 12. It's 207 for 4.
$207 for 4. Well, it needs to click. He's got plenty of overs. A strike rate and average, a lethal combination. And straight away giving the charge well out of the crease. Dhoni will get off the mark. That was a sensational catch. 208 for 4. 208 for 4. Rohit Sharma has to bat through. And Dhoni's got to come good for India to get 300, 320. It'll be an interesting passage of play.
Puts Rohit Sharma back in strike. 99 not out. With an excellent last over from James Faulkner. And he's round the wicket lines, doing him well.
Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are actually right in synergy with each other, is that they're talking the same language. Talking of team, they're talking about habits. And he's broken that monkey with that last 100 he scored. Now all of a sudden here he's on 99 again.
Finds the fielder again. Finds the fielder again. Can he sometimes almost try too hard for that single? No, not yet, Virat. Not yet, Virat. I think he's doing this for you. Just a manner of speaking, of course. It's interesting, isn't it, to get these little interludes between a game. The last 3 or 4 overs, it's all about can he get there. Kohli himself's got 17. Rohit's got 3.
Well, it's scoreboard pressure. You've really got to take it all out of the game. I know he's on 99, but it doesn't matter really. I mean, with so many overs to go, he should be eyeing down 150 plus.
Well, he goes through with the shot. Doesn't time it too well, but that's good enough for him to get to his 100. Well played, Rohit Sharma. His second in the series, and further confirmation that he's cementing his place at the top of the order. Good to see the smile from Virat Kohli. Well played.
Well, the crowd's going absolutely bozo here. They're loving this performance, particularly noisy. And they've witnessed once again something really special here. 101, just 114 balls. He's played all the shots, mostly down the ground. And that one in particular, he'll remember for a long time. The courage to get off 99. Brilliant reaction and brilliant batting.
Well, he's back in strike.
Now this is harder, I think, batting. Post that sort of, that release point. How do you now reset as a young player? What's the next target? What's your partnership target? Should be lots of communication here between Sharma and MS. Come on, mate, this is what it's all about here now. We can really take this game to the ultimate level here. What's our next target?
Just 3 from this over. Another excellent one from Faulkner. 218 for 4. Matt Hayden talked about what targets they're setting, right? 72 balls to go. Can we get that run rate up to 6.25 maybe more? So far, just 8 runs in 3 overs of power plays. We're of course here in Bengaluru. It's called the Garden City. It's called that for a reason. Cubbon Park, bang in the center of the city. You can go there to run. You can do lots of stuff there. It's the weather that hits you. When you that's Brigade Road. When you come from another city into Bengaluru, the first thing that hits you is the weather. It's wonderful, pleasant, typical South Indian food. But you hear the old timers in Bangalore say, no, it's getting too hot. No, the weather's not what it used to be. Well, enjoy it while you can, because some of us who come from other cities just love it here with the weather.
I love sopping up the doses with that magnificent sambal and all those beautiful coconut chutneys, and whoa, they are great stuff.
So now that you've retired, once you go to cover cricket, what excites you more, the cuisine of the place you're going to or the cricket match you're going to watch?
I'm passionate. Simple as that. I'm on the beach, I love to surf, I love to fish. If I'm in Bangalore, I love to sit down in a restaurant. Even simple things, you know, just peanuts in the street. You just get a bunch of them and crack them open. Just love people. You're in a beautiful place like this as well. There's so much energy around. There's a vibe and a great sense of community, especially on a festival like Diwali where it's, I believe you've got a bit of a sweet tooth, is that right? I've got a sweet tooth, so just to taste these unique things that are customary to this region only, and every region's so significantly different right across India. Even the language, which is really different for someone like me as an Australian that speaks the one language. Well, he's just pinned the ears back here. What a magnificent stroke. Straight over the top of extra cover. It's his 7th, 6th of the innings. One can't help but think he's just starting to warm up.
Well, I think there's a part of him that said, I need to, because 22 balls in the power play produced 9 runs. But it's a shot you would have seen 10, 15 years ago. We think we're watching the same game. It changes all the time. 8 from the over, it's 226 for 4. So run rate of 5.8. Raina 28, Yuvraj 12. They'll be sitting in that pavilion and thinking, did we make the best of the opportunity we got on another good batting surface? 9 overs. They get 70 in these 9 overs. They got 310. They get 80. They got 320. I think that's what they'll be looking at. Oh, shot. For 2.
Well, Rohit Sharma, he reminds me a lot of a young Mark Waugh or David Gower. Very graceful and elegant at the crease. Seem to have so much time.
Now that is well timed. The previous one not quite so, but this one a feast to watch.
That coupled with immense power. People talk about the size of the bats and different things, but this is just pure timing. Limited foot movement, throwing his hands through the ball, and gee, that just races away.
Remember, the man on the boundary is the quickest in the Australian side. He didn't get there.
Well, that's the thing. He's 65 metres away, and he's barely taken more than 5 or 6 strides before that ball pounded into the boundary.
Who's the better fielder, Maxwell or Warner? I don't know. I look at David Warner and I think he's probably the quickest on the field in world cricket. Maxwell's about there, isn't he?
Very good fielders. The pair of them are excellent. Busy fielders as well. Plenty of energy, get around the boundary nicely, can field the inner circle as well. Some of the areas where Rohit Sharma scores, you see that he loves to go over cover. In particular, he throws his hands where most modern day batsmen will, to the onside when he gets an opportunity to hit those big sixes that you see there on leg side. He's rotated the strike nicely, plays powerfully through the covers, just got an all-round game. That's what's very impressive about him.
All right, here's another one. It's found the fielder. No! Well. He's compounded that as Moses Enriquez by tipping it over the bar. He's a good fielder, Enriquez. I've seen him pull off some really good ones. But on the boundary, he's a tall man. Everything right for him, except this, as you'll watch.
Well, he's hit it crisply as well. But you'd put your house on Moses Enriquez taking this 9 out of 10 times. As you say, Harsha, such a good fielder. pulled off some magnificent catches. But when it's your day, it's your day.
And so 15 from the Faulkner over. It's 2:53 for 4. So run rate's gone over 6 and over. Being an expert sitting in the commentary box, I think this is for you actually. How do you control your emotion of supporting a particular team?
You don't.
Yes,
you go
do.
for Australia 1, 2 and 3. No, look, I think it's just great to be able to watch and appreciate such a magnificent performance. I guess, you know, being so close to the group, having only retired just more recently, it is quite easy to forget about the fact that you're not in the dressing room, you're actually making some sort of overall comment. But I've also sat in the dressing room with a number of the players that are playing for India as well, so it gives you that kind of balance and that perspective, I guess.
Oh, that's huge. You could just tell from the sound the moment it left bat, it was headed only one place. 6 number 9 for Rohit Sharma.
The only word that I've got for this is holy.
Just as well it was a word.
That has disappeared at pace. He's just clipped it. Absolutely powered it up in the stands. It's what you call a crowd killer.
Well, if he gets another, he equals Dhoni's record of 10 sixes in innings. Dhoni got that against Sri Lanka in Jaipur. I think he might think he's missed out there. 8 overs gone, 2-6-1 for 4.
Plenty of blue sky around now after that shower we had midway through the Indian innings. Rohit Sharma will get the strike. 6 overs remaining.
The other sixes that he hit. This is the shot that he plays really well. And then playing with a straight bat. Using more of the bottom hand there. Hitting it with the turn this time against Maxwell. And that one was probably the best of them all.
Driven beautifully through the covers. He's picked his spot to perfection. 1,000 runs in the calendar year for Rohit Sharma in one-day internationals. And he equals his highest score in one-day internationals.
And what a way to get past that mark of 1,000 runs. Slightly uppish, but that's the need of the hour. He's hit it between those two fielders at extra cover and mid-off.
Well, he had a big score in the game in Jaipur where he made 141 not out. He's bettered that now, 142. If he bats till the end of the innings, he could well be close to 170 or so. He's had a fabulous year. And he's really taken to this opening position. It's allowed him to play freely. He's accepted the responsibility. And what's important is he's been consistent. Dhoni pulls. One bounce over the rope.
This is not a wicket to bang the ball in short. The ball's not climbing up at all. So unless you get the ball around the batsman's shoulders, if you bang the ball halfway down, you're going to get clobbered. This is around the midriff. And Dhoni picks his spot. One bounce into the advertising boards there. Ten runs from the over so far, 2 deliveries left. Just the kind of over India is looking for.
Pulls again. This time the placement is once again excellent from Dhoni. This was much more controlled. The important thing was to find the gap, and he's split the fielders in the deep once again. So consecutive boundaries for Dhoni.
And this time he got inside the line and therefore was able to hit it squarer. Very good cricket shot. And it's not working for Nathan Coulter-Nile, trying to bang the ball in short at the speed at which he's bowling. He's bowling at less than 140 kilometers per hour. Not good enough on a surface like this.
14 of this over so far. One ball to go. Make that 15. 45 gone. 283 for 4.
30 deliveries left. This has been a very good over, the 45th over. Dhoni is looking good. Rohit Sharma looking hungry for more.
So Clint Mackay brought back into the attack. Eight overs for 52 for Clint Mackay. 5 overs to go. India will be looking for 50 at least. They've got 4 wickets in hand. 2 batsmen now set. Three men on the onside boundary now for Mahendra Singh Dhoni. That's picked away on the onside, and he finds the man in the deep. No, put down. It was always difficult. It was a good attempt from Maxwell because the ball was coming to him flat and dipping on him. And a tough chance goes to ground.
Yes, it would have been difficult for him to have picked it against the background of the crowd, but he did remarkably well. Glenn Maxwell did. And did he get it? Yes, he almost got to it, but wasn't able to latch onto it, wasn't able to hold on to it.
So Rohit Sharma on strike. Swings and finds the boundary. Square leg had come up into the circle. Well, they're going to throw their bats at everything now. They'll be looking at the field closely, the batsman.
Tough, very tough for the bowlers. With just 4 fielders outside, there's a deep extra cover, there's a long off, there's a mid on, there's a long on, there's a deep mid wicket. So closing the face of the bat, Rohit Sharma, so that he can go over square. Now they're dropping the fielder to deep square leg, bringing the deep cover inside. But Rohit Sharma does play that inside-out shot very well.
He'll be looking to chip it over the offside infield. And he does that, finds the gap on the offside, giving himself room, brings up the 150. And this is turning out to be a fabulous knock from Rohit Sharma. Teammates on their feet. And the crowd too.
Yes, terrific innings from Rohit Sharma, giving himself room, moving down to the leg side because the fielder was taken from that deep cover position. So he was always going to target that. The bowler needed to be accurate, bowler needed to be quicker than what McKay is.
Well, it's a very noisy crowd. If there was a sound, I think only Mackay heard it. He was confident. Definitely heard something.
It was a slower delivery. He was looking to hit it over extra cover. There it is, the slow off spinner. And there was just a little bit of a nick or some sort of a sound. But we have a big crowd here today. Well, the umpire says, I haven't heard a thing.
The chance of the bat hitting the ground as well. Oh, that's picked away on the onside. Deep square leg can only be a spectator. So the ball sails into the crowd. 10 sixes in this innings for Rohit Sharma. And the only other man to have hit 10 sixes in a one-day international is the non-striker, who's watching it at will.
He is just helping the ball along on the pads. because there is no protection for him on the offside apart from a long off. McKay going on the pads, but that is exactly what Rohit was looking for.
Quietly takes the single, he'll have to hurry. Another good over this for the Indians, 16 coming off it, 299 for 4 after 46. Xavier Doherty into the attack, the crowd really being entertained here. Some clean striking, some great shots being played already. I'll ask the expert, Naveen Peter, and Rohit Sharma's current form. Be considered as a rebirth for him as a cricketer. No question about it. I think every time you see his performances ever since he opened the batting, you can see the difference. He's dealing in sixes at the moment. That is a record for India in one-day internationals. 11 sixes now for Rohit Sharma. Mahendra Singh Dhoni had hit 10 when he made 183. At Jaipur against Pakistan, against Sri Lanka, I beg your pardon, but this is number 11.
And 300 comes up with that huge six.
Inside out, over backward point. Another boundary here. And a great start to the over. 6, now a 4. The 100 partnership comes up in 75 balls. And India now shifting gears.
Well, they had scored 55 or 54 deliveries, and the 45 runs have come in only 21 deliveries, and that's thanks mainly to this man, Rohit Sharma. This is terrific batting. This is the highest score at this ground. Andrew Strauss, the England's captain, had 158 here in the World Cup in 2011 against India. So Rohit Sharma has gone past that as well. So another record for Rohit Sharma.
That's a full toss. Lands on the top tier. Of the over already. 2 balls to go. And this is the second 6 of the over. Number 13 for Rohit Sharma.
A very good use of the feet, making it into a full toss and then hitting it into the top tier. Not tired. His hunger for runs is remarkable.
He's finding the spots and he's picking it. This is a huge over so far. 20 runs already in this over. This is the highest score by any batsman in one-day internationals against the Australians.
325 for 4. 3 overs left.
So 183 not out. Rohit Sharma eyeing 200 here. 3 overs to go.
Look at the use of the feet over there. Terrific. Not getting too close to the ball because you always wanted to play the lofted shot. And look at that ball, boy. Very good catch, young man. I hope he's not injured as he fell on the advertising board.
13 sixes in this innings. This is the last ball of the previous over. Getting underneath it. And a very good catch. Dhoni. Flicking away on the onside. That's a great effort. That would have been a certain boundary. Adam Borges diving across. Well, now even 350, 355. India looking for a score in excess of 350 here.
Well, that's very good fielding. That's the kind of fielding that the Australians will need to keep their spirits up. And good to see that effort. Very good effort. That teams can get demoralized when runs are leaking, but not Australia.
Oh, beautifully played. Look at that bottom hand. He's got 6 for that. Would you believe it? It was wide outside the off stump. He had to reach out for it. Just managed to get his bat there. That bottom hand sent the ball away over the point boundary.
Yes, it could have been a wide, but he had to reach out for it. We all know that when that bottom hand comes into play, the ball disappears, and it has.
He gets a bat on that. He was eyeing the onside this time. A big heave over deep mid-wicket. 183 now, Rohit Sharma. Every chance of getting to 200 here. Last 35 balls, he scored 83 runs. So since he passed 100, it's taken him just 35 balls to reach 183. And he'll be looking at the field. That's what the batsmen do. These days, they pick their spots, try to get into positions early. Time being spent on setting the field now. Man dropping back to the point boundary. Mid-off coming up, so there's an opportunity to go over the straight field. He goes onside, he'll get only a single. And we'll bring Dhoni on strike. Doesn't matter who gets the strike now. Both these players fully capable of clearing the ground, hitting the big shots. Already 10 of the first 4 balls. We're looking at a very big score here. Very, very big score.
"14 possible deliveries. Will India get to 360?
Oh, the helicopter's out. It's gone miles in the air and way back into the crowd. Well, the captain producing something special. Have a look at the bat speed here.
Wow! Out of the park. The helicopter shot. There it is. Off. The chopper. And he's watching it. He knows it's gone, but he wants to see how far it's gone. The moment it was a hit of the middle, everybody knew it was going to go out. But how far out? It's gone over the roof. The ball's lost. It's gone out off the ground.
This is a massive hit. It went miles up. And a new ball has come out. And this is right back on the practice pitches. There's another ground at the back where the National Cricket Academy is. And this is massive. Saw Chris Gale hitting a couple over the roof here during the IPL. How he gets underneath it. It's not all that bad a delivery. 110 meters. Short ball, 4 more. Well, the wheels are coming off here for the Australians. 20 of the over. It's 3:45 for 4.
Well, Faulkner doesn't know what has hit him. Tried to pitch it up, was hit for a 6, tried to bowl the bouncer. It's a one-handed hook shot by Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Young man Faulkner. It's been a tough series for him.
So the highest scores against Australia. 175 was the highest by Tendulkar and Gibbs. Rohit Sharma has surpassed that. The last 10 overs, 127 runs scored. Nathan Coulter-Nile into the attack. Remember, no Mitchell Johnson today for Australia. Here's Coulter-Nile. And Sharma goes into the crowd again. These are some big sixes being hit. It's a low full toss. And it's banged over the head of mid-off. Another over starts with a six. The spectators better watch out here. Keep your eyes on the ball.
Well, I think they need helmets in the crowd because of the way the ball's travelling at them. Look at that. This is massive. This is an incredible shot. It's a full toss. He's hit it over long off into the second tier.
14 sixes now for Rohit Sharma. Oh, beautifully played. Now that's class. Showing he just doesn't have the power. It's also the deft touch and the skill. This is beautiful batting. And the crowd loving it. Australians don't know what's hit them.
Well, look at that, making just a little bit of room for himself, opening the face of the bat at the last moment, making sure he hits it wide of that field at backward point. Worried paces for the Australian staff.
More runs, a good stop there. Sharma will come back for two. Dhoni wants him to get across. He knows he's got a great chance of getting a double 100 here. The 150 partnership has come up in just 88 balls. And this is Diwali day, and what a day to produce this performance. Now the Indians. There's fireworks for sure on the field. Fireworks all round, especially in the last 10 overs. 196 not out. Two Indians have scored double hundreds. Well, Virender Sehwag with the highest on 219. Sachin Tendulkar getting a double hundred against South Africa. And still 9 balls to go. So Australia could be chasing something around 375 even.
Well, a rare dot ball, last 5 overs. The third dot ball in the last 5 overs. 93 runs have come up in the last 5 overs. Just tells you how well Rohit Sharma and Mahendra Singh Dhoni have batted. The Indian dressing room all agog with excitement.
It's flicked away, he'll get only a single. Takes him to 197.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni is on 49. Have a look at that Manhattan. Oh my God. And that has almost become like Burj Khalifa up there.
And the crowd, they're just loving this. Festive atmosphere all round. And it's a day to celebrate, being Diwali. My word, he's turned it on, Rohit Sharma and Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Let's not forget him, 49 from just 34. He's hit 4 boundaries and 2 sixes as well. Everyone up on the offside. And that's exactly what Dhoni does. Neatly placed on the offside. 50 for the Indian captain. And another boundary to end the over. 17 of it. 362 for 4.
What a half century by the Indian captain. Deliberately playing inside out. No protection on the offside for Nathan Coulter-Nile.
362 for 4. The final over of the innings. Mahendra Singh Dhoni going past 50 as well. Fabulous partnership this. 155 from just 91 balls. And Rohit Sharma on the verge of something special. Only 2 players have hit double hundreds in one-day internationals, both Indians. And here's Mackay. He goes inside out, and what a way to bring up 200 in one-day internationals. They call him Hitman, and he's arrived to the party. An outstanding double hundred for Rohit Sharma, the second 100 coming in just 42 balls.
He's equalled the record of Shane Watson of 15 sixes in a one-day innings. What an innings this has been. What a knock this has been. And there it is, Virat Kohli. He would have been disappointed at being run out for a duck, but he'll be delighted because Rohit Sharma is more than made up for that Virat Kohli run out. Not that it was his fault, but I think Rohit Sharma knew that he had to make up for that. And there he is. Terrific stuff.
And again, he's just picking his spot in the crowd. 16 sixes now in this innings. That's a world record in one-day internationals. And my word, they're throwing the kitchen sink now at everything. Balls disappearing everywhere.
Well, Ravi, don't forget it's Diwali time. And there's a lot of sale going on. Everything must go. That's what's happening. Everything is going.
This white ball is getting some serious hammer. Highest score in one-day internationals is 219. He's on 209 at the moment. He started the over with 2 sixes. There goes Mackay again, around the wicket. Flicked away, he'll find the fielder. Yes, taken this time in the deep. So magnificent innings from Rohit Sharma comes to an end.
Enriquez, the substitute, diving forward. He wasn't quite able to get enough of bat on this. But what an innings this has been from Rohit Sharma. Magnificent stuff. Shots all round the park. Even the Australians walking down to congratulate him because they know that they've been at the receiving end of something very, very special. Cramped him for room, therefore you can see not able to free his arms. Still he got enough on it, but not quite out the middle. So Enriquez taking that catch low down, and a terrific innings comes to an end. 209 to him, 374 for 5 in the 50th over.
So Mahendra Singh Dhoni on strike. And that's smashed straight back. The bowler has to take cover, so does the umpire. That went like a tracer bullet. That was hit so hard by Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Well, the umpires need helmets as well. Have a look at that. He can see the funny side of it.
Look at the speed at which it's come. Both the umpire as well as the bowler trying to protect their faces, not looking to take a catch. Have a look at it again. Look how hard the ball's been hit. Oh, both looking for protection.
That's 4 ball. He's just anticipating where the bowler is going to bowl. Just got the feeling he expected the short ball. Again, 20 runs of this over. Still 1 ball to go.
Yeah, it's a slower delivery, but Dhoni knew where the fielder was. He knew that the fielder was in the 30-yard circle, just helping it along. 1 ball left.
So the final ball of this innings, and what a performance by India. Losing the toss today, put into bat. Mahendra Singh Dhoni finds the fielder in the deep, will get a single. He wants to come back for the second and will be run out. So he's sacrificing his wicket in the end, looking for that extra run. But it's been a magnificent performance by the Indians. After 50 overs, they've scored 383 for 5. And the Indian captain departing after playing his hand. An excellent 62 of just 38. So India making 383 for 6 from their 50 overs.
There it is, Rohit Sharma 209, Shikhar Dhawan 60, Virat Kohli run out without scoring, Raina 28, Yuvraj failing once again, Dhoni 62. In their 50 overs, India ending up with 383 for 6. It's a massive, massive score.
So 383 for 6. Once again, India getting a very good start. And the platform was laid, 112 added by Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma. 72 between Raina and Sharma, and then a fabulous partnership. Rohit Sharma and Mahendra Singh Dhoni adding 167 from just 94. So there you go. When Australia come out to bat, they need to get 384 runs to win at over 7.5 runs per over.
This is the Star Sports One Day International Series Game 7, India versus Australia. We've just had Deepavali of a completely different kind. Fireworks from Rohit Sharma. Take a look at this card. Just when will the mind come to terms with the new changes in limited overs cricket? I think there's a revolution in mindsets. Rohit Sharma 209. The second century came in 42 balls and he hit 16 sixes. Shikhar Dhawan 60. And quietly at the other end, MS Dhoni 62 from 38. I think he hit the shot of the match. So 384 to win, 7.68 an over. It's only happened once before, more runs than this to win a game. But that's what records are for. They're meant to happen again. Best score 148, Aaron Finch. He strikes at 91.7. That won't be good enough. It's impressive, but not good enough. At the other end, Phil Hughes, what's going to be his role? Is his role going to be knock it around, ensure that you don't lose wickets?
Absolutely. What are these boys thinking when they're out there to bat? Do they look at 384 or they just bat? Well, just bat. Don't look at 384. Look at 6 and 7 runs and over and see how far you go. It's a big total, 384.
Here's a stat to put things in perspective. After 20 overs, India were 113. So you don't have to worry about things too much if you can finish like Rohit Sharma and Dhoni did. Right, here's Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Economy 4.25 now. Is that because he's bowling well, or because he's bowling what were once considered the difficult overs, but are now the easy overs? The ones with the new ball at the start, when batsmen are not taking chances. 2 slips. Hawks all around the ground. They've come for a feed. If there's any that Rohit Sharma has left for them. It will be there, though. Shara wanted at the back of their mind that we've got to go at 7.6 and over. There's the first ball. Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Aaron Finch. And straight away, in the gap, It's a quick outfield. Did all the hard work and then lapped it over. So good start for Australia.
It's a game of 6s and 4s. You walk out of the dressing room, take guard and bang through the covers. Good delivery, good seam position, just a push. That's how good the surface is. Great effort from Shikhar Dhawan. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it.
Well, he got there, but he's hit his own shoulder.
It'll be very interesting to see Australia's approach. India were in a similar situation a couple of games ago in Jaipur. And the best thing they did was they kept calm till Virat Kohli played an absolute blinder. Can any one of this Australian team do that? The biggest challenge is the way they go about this job.
Well, sort of, George Bailey's made 474 runs in this series. No one had ever made that many in a bilateral series, and he's still only second best.
He's still got an innings. Shikhar Dhawan goes to long off. Change in field, third man comes in. The dynamics have completely changed. Good delivery. Just swung it back into the right-hander. Good seam position, bit of swing into the right-hander.
I think once the series is over, and it'll be over in 3.5 hours, those in power will sit back and say, right, let's take a look at what's happened in this series in India. Was it the pitches? Was it the fact that the two balls on the subcontinent isn't working? Is it that the boundary ropes were not long enough? This ground is 64 and 72 meters. Or is it that we're seeing a dramatic change? On the y-axis up there, that number is 28. I've never seen that number on a bar chart like this. And that number is 28 because quite a few have gone past 21. That scale has just changed completely. 113 were made in the last 6. You can tell me all you want about the rules. I think something's changed in the mind. Just a bit shell-shocked there, Quinn Mackay.
Coming back to the approach of Australia, it'll be very interesting to see how they go about the job. Will they take a leaf out of India's books in this 2-run chase? You see, Brad hadn't padded up. They will be looking to send him up the order. In the first 10 overs, try and maximize. He's a good player of seam bowling. Hasn't had much of an innings in this series. Down the leg side. 6 from the first over. Nothing's happened and they still have got 6 runs.
Mohammad Shami gets the new ball at the other end. Much promise. His performance has been rewarded with a place in the Test squad. 2 new ball bowlers, each with an economy rate under 5. That's under threat though. At the end of today, if Mohammad Shami's economy rate is still under 5, he'll pat himself on the back, and many others will too, even if it's a career economy rate.
It's good pace. 140 kilometers an hour. And straight away.
Well, it better be. After the lambasting you gave him the other day for bowling his second spell with a couple of looseners, I'm sure his ears must still be stinging.
He's a good bowler, he just has to learn.
Of that there is no doubt, that he's a good bowler. I thought he was excellent in Ranchi. And I think the big difference is he's hitting 140. And he's hitting it consistently, not once in a while. Up goes the finger, the first wicket. Now, was that drifting down leg side? You could see a couple of stumps maybe on the back foot, and therefore the verdict. 2 people gave that out. Nigel Long and Sourav Ganguly.
That looked plumb. I don't think there is any doubt in it. That's out. And a good decision by Nigel Long. India strike. Australia lose their first wicket. Aaron Finch stores over. He's dismissed for 5. Australia 7 for 1.
Right, Brad Haddin is the new batsman. There could be a couple of reasons behind this. Shane Watson could be one of those reasons. Or it could just be that he's a free-stroking batsman, not getting a lot of runs at 7, so might as well send him up. What a start this is. Now watch this closely. I think it's just gone on straight into the pad. The only question was, where was it going? It's straightened a little bit, might just have clipped leg. Was it missing leg? That was the key.
I don't think it was missing leg. It was still going towards the stumps. And I think it's a good decision at the end. He's looked good, Sammy. He's run in all his 3 deliveries. Good shape. Taking it away from the right-hander. But what's good is his effort. He knows these overs are important. He knows early wickets are important. 102 games for Brad Haddin at an average of 31. And he would enjoy these batting conditions.
Average of 31, strike rate 82, often bats down at 7. Just wonder if the issue with Shane Watson, he went off, remember he's got a problem with his hamstring. But that could be a factor behind pushing Haddin up to 3, whether they just want him to go and freeze arms. Oh, that's a good one. I think it's made a lot of pace off the deck. I actually think sort of he's beating batsmen with pace off the deck.
That's a good line, but just going down the leg side. What's impressive is the length. Look at the seam position. Very, very good. Just jacking back into Brad Haddin. Missing leg stump, high as well. But very good bowling. That's the difference between him and Aaron Finch.
Not out straight away, said Nigel Long. I think it looked a little closer on the replay than it did originally. Excellent, absolutely top-class over from Mohammad Shami, 7 for 1. Just providing a little zip with that new ball. New ball's not floating in, it's charging at the batsman. So not quite the start Australia wanted. 7 for 1 after 2 overs. Now Bhuvneshwar to the left-hander. He bowls well to them. Well, that's shoveled away. Drifting down leg side, almost too easy.
Trying to bowl the in-swinger. Just not getting the lines right. Just had to put bat to ball. Philip Hughes.
So 7 off the over, 3 gone now. It's 13 for 1. ...190 runs for Aaron Finch in the series. He'll be disappointed with that. He would like to have scored more. Phil Hughes, 189. He's still batting. George Bailey, head and shoulders above everybody else. 474. Yes, if you're wondering, Brad Haddin, whether he's been sent in as a pinch hitter, whether he's been sent in as a replacement for Watson, not quite sure about that. He's made 1 from 15 balls, so he's not sent in as a pinch hitter for sure. Now Shane Watson is sitting in there. Just wonder how bad the hamstring is. We've got a big Ashes series coming up. It's a story of Watson's life, isn't it? What's going next?
It's gone down to third man. They still had a game to play, Australia. Little surprised to see Mitchell Johnson go home in an all-important match. Shane Watson is still in his practice clothing. He'll be important, Glenn Maxwell. Look at Shane Watson there. He hasn't changed into his match clothes, which suggests that he'll probably come out to bat late or may not even bat.
Not out, says the umpire, but that kept a little lower than Haddon thought. I think he's struggling, it's fair to say.
India at this stage were 50 for no loss. Australia chasing 384, 20 for 1. Good seam position, just going down the leg side. Trying to heave it over square leg. Not enough room, and it's good bowling.
Yes, he's connected on that one. And that's enough to send the ball over the ropes. So that might just break the shackles a bit for Haddon. He needs many more.
There was width on offer. He could free his arms and hit through the line. An away swinger this time. That created the width. And over extra cover. Off it goes to the boundary.
He's connected that too. That's a much better shot. It's not the easiest to play. Hey, how well has he hit that?
That was flat. First one through the offside. This one opening the feet up. Swing different this way. And the ball going in a different direction. The in-swinger opening his feet over mid-wicket. One bounce into the fence.
Slip moving out to leg slip. Two fielders outside, still square leg. He's just moved a lot squarer. And a backward point on the boundary. That's exactly where the fielder has just been moved. 10 came from that over. It's 29 for 1 after 7. Sunil Gavaskar comes into the commentary box alongside the much mentioned recently Lakshman Sivaramakrishnan.
37 for 1 after 9 overs. Bhuvneshwar Kumar's bowled 5 overs, 1 made and none for 25. Vinay Kumar, the local boy, into the attack. He knows these conditions really well. Vinay Kumar's job now will be to back up the two new ball bowlers now. Try and get in a good spell. Pressure has been created at the moment. Australia's run rate is 4.04. It's got to get in a good spell. Don't give it away.
Yes, I think while the field restrictions are on in the first 10 overs, not easy for the bowlers, but then they've got a new ball. They can get the ball to move just a little bit, cause a few problems for the batsman. And that is what Vinay Kumar's got to look. I think this fielder at cover has to be straighter, because we've seen it. Aaron Finch drove in the first over between those fielders for a boundary. He needs to be straighter for the simple reason that you are allowing the batsman to play with a straighter bat. See, it is with a straight bat. Now you block that shot. You block that shot at extra cover. The batsman has to open the face of the bat. There it is. If he's a little bit to his right, it'd make a big difference.
Change in field now, and at leg gully now coming to short cover point, and the gap that you mentioned is being covered now.
Not quite. I still want him to be a little bit to the right, the fielder at extra cover, because if you're getting the ball to move away from the right-hander, you want the batsman to be opening the face of the bat as he plays the drive. That is what is going to induce the edge. If there's an edge at the moment, this fielder here the fielder at extra cover has to move to his right. Easy runs on the pads. Now there is a leg slip in position and a deep square leg. So easy runs. Vinay Kumar bowling on the pads.
Difficult for a captain to set a field. Driven through the offside for a boundary. Now his work for runs through the leg side for yet another boundary. The fine leg is going back. Third man is coming in. And also the fielder that you talk about at extra cover. The length is going to be up. He's not the quickest, Vinay Kumar. So when the length is up, the batsman's going to look for the drive. And that's going to go a lot straighter. You're back of a length, then a fielder on the cut is good. But if you're full length, man on the drive.
Make him drive through the covers, not through mid-off and extra cover. He's going to connect more mid-off and extra cover because he's got a straighter bat. Looking to drive through the covers, he's going to open the face of the bat. There is a possibility there that you might get a nick if the ball moves away a little more than the batsman has anticipated. And you have a slip in position, so I think that is the reason why you need to try and block that particular shot between mid-off and extra cover. Don't make it easy for the batsman.
So Australia did with Shikhar Dhawan. They had a fielder in the deep. Third man and deep point to cut out the shots and stay offside. Nine runs of the over. It's 46 for 1. And as a bowler, you want to settle down. First over, he's conceded a couple of boundaries. Now the pressure will be on Vinay Kumar. Just try your basics, get your rhythm right. And when you start to feel comfortable, you can try things around. After 10 overs, India had 9 fours and 1 6. Australia have 7 fours. India also were 64 for no loss. Australia at this stage 46 for 1. Bhuvneshwar Kumar will continue. .46 for 1 in the first 10 overs. There were 7 boundaries. It's a very fast outfield. Aaron Finch was the man dismissed. Phil Hughes getting a few boundaries. Haddin took a time to get going. Big appeal for a leg before once again. And the last over yielded 9 runs. Couple of boundaries with the bowling of Vinay Kumar. Back live. And looking to give charge, will just get the single. Brad Haddin.
There's a fielder there at long off now for Vinay Kumar, and that is because with the 10th over being completed, the field restrictions are off. You can have 4 fielders outside the 30-yard circle, couple more than in the first 10 overs. Some protection for the bowlers, not much, mind you. The 5th fielder can make a difference. I'm not too sure. 4 fielders outside the circle is a very good idea. Not making life easy for the bowlers, particularly if they are playing on pitches as good as these.
And Brad Haddin batting at number 3 because Shane Watson can come in only at 7:57. 3 minutes to 8. Or at the fall of the 5th wicket. That's the problem for Shane Watson. We're still wondering how his injury is. Is he getting any better? Worked away nicely. It's a very fast outfield. And once again, Bhuvneshwar Kumar straying onto the pads of Phil Hughes. That boundary also brings up the 50 for Australia. Was giving the charge, but once again straying in line. The batsman already behind the ball. All he had to do was make good enough contact. Field in the deep will be just a single for Hughes. Shane Watson normally bats at number 3. And this is what happened earlier. Running into bowl, then pulled out at the last moment. And some damage to his hamstring.
Well, he's injury prone, isn't he? Shane Watson. Batting or bowling, maybe too muscular. So injury prone. Doesn't always. Oh, what a shot. This is a very, very good shot. It's going to be a boundary. 10 coming off the over. Brad Haddin taking his chances. He's been sent up the order for that. 56 for 1.
Well, he was giving him the charge. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar not the quickest last delivery. 127 Ks. And the bowler just reduced his length. And these are easy pickings. And the batting conditions are really good. Another good over for Australia. 10 runs of the over. 12 overs bowled and Ashwin into the attack. He's got 7 wickets in this one-day series, but he's been touched expensive. Overall career is very good. Economy under 5. He gets wickets at critical times. It's a good idea to get him the spin early. If there is going to be any due later, he's got to play a part here. Ashwin, his job will be is to take wickets. Even if he goes at 6 or 7 and over, he's got to think wickets.
Yes, because I think if India keeps taking wickets at regular intervals, the pressure will be put back on Australia. If Australia keep their wickets intact and keep scoring at this rate, then in the last 10 or 15 overs, like India scored almost 150, 200 runs in those last 10 or 15 overs. Australia also can do that, but he's taken a wicket off the first ball. And I don't know what happened, but Dhoni's fallen back. But Phil Hughes flicks a half volley to mid-wicket, and a wicket of the first ball for Ravichandran Ashwin.
It's a very good start for Ashwin. There's no better feeling as a bowler when you pick up a wicket of the first ball. On the pads, the bowler man coming into play, so the ball was in the air, and Yuvraj Singh doesn't miss too many catches. Delight for Ashwin. Wicket number 8 in this series. Hughes got off to a bit of a start. He's gone for 23. It's 64 for 2. He's been the star. George Bailey, the Australian captain in this one-day series, played some outstanding innings. Can he do it again tonight for his side? Best of 156. That was in Nagpur. He's in amazing form this year. Getting the field in the right position now. 3 fielders in the deep for Bailey.
Very good effort. Don't want to give an easy run off the mark. This is the wicket. Nice little half volley on the pads. But straight to that field at mid-wicket. Didn't get on top of the ball. Didn't bend down enough. Played it. Phil Hughes played that shot. Maybe standing up just a little bit. Didn't bend down enough. Yes, you can see that. And a simple catch. Dhoni slipped as he tried to cover the leg side, but he's fine now.
I think Phil Hughes got his front leg into an awkward position. Then he had to get his leg out of the way of the ball at the last moment. Will get off the mark. George Bailey.
This is turning out to be terrific over. A wicket in just 1 run so far, but Brad Haddin's come to the crease. Now Haddin, he's been throwing his bat at just about everything, promoted up the order because of the injury to Shane Watson. So he's not going to play it quietly. He'll try and make up for the quiet over. He'll try and bang the ball away.
Superb over. 1 run and a wicket. 65 for 2.
68 for 2. 15 overs have been bowled. Oh, that's picked away on the onside. Yuvraj Singh is in the deep. Australia need boundaries now. Matthew Hayden mentioned the required rate. It's over 9 now. And still 35 overs to go. It's a long time to keep up with that required rate. It's important that you don't leave it too late. Surprised he doesn't have his pads on. And Maxwell. They might need someone to come out there and just up the ante. And just go for it. There's always a risk of losing a wicket, but then you have no other choice when you're up against a target like this. Again, finding the fielder in the deep. He's got a good arm, Yuvraj Singh. Oh, this could be trouble. He cannot believe it. George Bailey. He is gutted. He was looking behind to make sure that hadn't got to the crease, and good presence of mind by the bowler. Vinay Kumar. Have a look at this.
Well, I just do not understand what he was doing here. I mean, he was just for all money worried about his partner, and then he's gone, my goodness, I'm out of completely the most absurd thing I've seen in cricket. George Bailey out for 4. Australia now 3 for 70.
Adam Voges comes out to the middle. Australia in trouble here. And they've lost their in-form player and their prolific run-getter. George Bailey, the captain, dismissed. Bizarre circumstances. And he was looking at his partner without realising he was well short of his ground. I thought great presence of mind from Vinay Kumar. So Australia now have a mountain to climb. 31 matches, 866 runs, with a best of 112. It's got a good record. It's 70 for 3. Have a look at this again. Haddon was running to the danger, and have a look at Bailey. He doesn't realise he's well short of his ground. Yuvraj Singh did the right thing, throwing to that end. Tony was delighted, well short of his ground. What a waste of a wicket. 4 of the over, 72 for 3. And Ashwin will continue. He's in the middle of a very good spell. 2 overs, 1 for 3. Striking with his first delivery once again today. Yeah, nice pace, you know. Just getting that ball a little higher in the air and getting it to drop. Been tripping on the offside. He'll get a couple of runs. Plenty of them, plenty of these birds floating around. I called it a hawk, you said kite. You might be right, I'm losing my touch with these birds, you know.
Oh, Ravi, that's too good. Well, I'm no ornithologist, but to me, I'd call that a kestrel. But if we're out in the desert, that'd be honing in on some sort of kill. Maybe that's what we're witnessing. Just magnificent, aren't they? Look at that. If only, hey Rav, we could fly like that.
Another one bites the dust. Well, Dhoni has asked, not too sure, the Indians are celebrating. Now, I think what's happened here is, I think the ball's hit the stumps. Dhoni's not sure whether his glove hit the stumps as well. Just told the umpire to check. The batsman just waiting there. Or it could even be a case of a stumping as well. The Indians are confident. That's fine. He's well behind the crease. He's bowled him. There's no question. I wonder why Dhoni was telling the umpire to take another look. That's clear cut. There was a sound. The Indians were confident. The ball had hit the off stump. And Ashwin being rewarded for some very good bowling here. Mentioned he was bowling at a very good pace. Haddon now departs for 40, and Australia reeling at the moment. 74 for 4. So here's Ashwin. Oh, that's big. Maxwell first ball. Puts it into the crowd. Much needed this for Australia. 80 for 4. Lovely sound when ball made contact with the bat. So just making a statement there, Maxwell. 80 for 4. Maxwell striking the first ball for 6. Well, he'll have to play a blinder here.
Rav, as they say, sometimes it's best to fight fire with fire. The youthful enthusiasm of Maxwell coming out straight away, smashing 6 off his first ball, just shows that intent that's been missing these last few overs. Doesn't matter what type of bowler or what the match conditions are. If you think you can hit your first ball for 6, you just go do it.
So Vinay Kumar. As Maxwell on strike. Pulls again, he'll get only a single. In fact, will get 4. He's losing balance there, Yuvraj conceding the boundary. But he's announced himself here, Maxwell. There's only one way he's going to play, and that's take the attack to the Indians.
Well, one thing the Indian bowlers have done in these past 17 overs is take control through bowling simple lines and length. And straight away, Maxwell's come out here with intent, and all of a sudden he's getting the short pitch bowling.
Oh, he goes over the top. He will clear mid-off. Just pulled back inside the boundary. And you can see he's on an all-out attack here.
Well, Ravi Shastri's mentioned how well Ashwin's bowled this evening, mixing his pace up. And once again, shocked me, the top of off-stump works.
Yes, and beautiful piece of bowling. Now, that is a classic from an off-spinner. Mentioned he's just tossed the ball a little higher today. He's got the ball to dip on the batsman, a nice arc. Swings, gets 4 more. It's an all-out attack now from young Glenn Maxwell.
Well, if he's smart here, the young fella, he'll pull back.
That's massive. That's as good a shot as any we've seen today. We've seen a flurry of 6s, but that's a beauty. He goes again, high in the air, and into the crowd once again. This is a biggie. 23 runs of the over. 103 for 4. Virat Kohli had slipped, but Maxwell is on strike. Jadeja into the attack. So spin at both ends. Oh, what a shot. What a shot that is. It isn't all that short a delivery, and he's put that into the crowd once again. This is some terrific stroke play already from Glenn Maxwell. 35 he's raced to of just 10 balls.
Well, when you've got really good batting intent, what it does is it enables you to anticipate bad bowling. Beautifully struck. Deft touches. A little bit of width. Maxwell races on to 40 off just 12 deliveries.
Well, he's put that away beautifully. Again, using the pace of the bowler. Smart batting. 40 of just 12. The fastest 50 in one-day internationals. 17 balls, 50 by Sanat Jayasuriya. And the fastest by an Australian, Simon O'Donnell, got it in 18 balls. It's 117 for 4. Mohammad Shami into the attack. In the commentary box, Alan Wilkins and Sunny Gavasकर.
Well, there's still a little incentive here for Glenn Maxwell. He can equal the fastest half-century by an Australian. That record is held by Simon O'Donnell in 18 deliveries. So he's faced 17. If he spanks this one for 4 or 6, he equals Simon O'Donnell's. Go on, Glenn, give us something to sing about. How about that? That is another 6. It goes over extra and it equals the Australian record for the fastest ODI. His name goes alongside Simon O'Donnell. That's a brilliant, belligerent half-century from Maxwell.
It's been a magnificent counter-attack. Terrific counter-attack. In fact, he should have come in ahead of Adam Voges. But there it is. Terrific. He's played very good cricketing shots. There's not been slogging. He's just played very, very good cricketing shots. Absolutely top class. This is a lofted extra cover drive.
Oh, look at that. He's destroyed Voges' stumps. Mohammad Shami struck again. That's a brilliant piece of bowling. Yeah, you can dance. Voges on the way back.
Did the ball nip back in? Did it keep low? Because Voges is a tall man. He's got this great ability to get the ball to nip back in. I think he's probably beaten him for pace. He's played across the line as well, trying to work the ball away towards square leg. Missed it completely. The leg stump's gone for a ride. And it's 132 for 5. Voges out for 4.
James Faulkner, the new batsman for Australia. It could have been Shane Watson. He could have come in, but Watson seems to have this problem, a hamstring, a calf. We've told it's a hamstring. So Faulkner has come in at 7. Maxwell's there on 54. Still a little bit of light here for Australia. Maxwell goes again. This is incredible smash hitting from Maxwell.
Vinay Kumar continues to bowl the length that the batsmen want. Just short of a good length. And that is what Maxwell is looking for, because he's throwing his bat at just about everything. He knows that the asking rate is almost 9. Yes, what a shot. There it is on the short of a length area around the off stump. Nice easy swing. There it is. Nice easy swing. Smack bang off the middle of the bat. Oh, nice. Could have made a sweet sound as well.
The eyes have it. The eyes have it. Maxwell, 60 from 21. That reflects in a strike rate of 285. Here goes Vinay Kumar. Oh, he's gone big again. Has he got enough on it? There's a man underneath it. Jadeja takes the catch. Maxwell's got to go. It was brilliant while it lasted. It was wonderful to watch. but it had to end, and good things sometimes come to a short end.
Banging the ball in short, didn't get up high as much as Vinay Kumar would have wanted, but because Maxwell was on the front foot and not on the back foot, he wasn't quite able to control it. He's out. The sky are taken well by Jadeja. 138 for 6.
Shane Watson in at 8. When was the last time he batted 8 for Australia? Well, we can only just keep an eye on Watson, how he's going to run, how he's going to move, because he pulled up when he bowled. This is the end of Maxwell.
Yes, he banged the ball in short this time, because every time he was pitching the ball up, it was going into the crowd. And Jadeja, he's a very good fielder, making no mistake whatsoever. Keeping his eye on the ball all the way through. And Suresh Raina was at long gone. They're delighted. They know that Maxwell could have taken the match away from them or given them a close run. Now Shane Watson will have to produce something extraordinary for Australia to be in the hunt. Singles is not going to win it. They'll need the big hitting that Maxwell had produced.
There's just a little bit of tension under the surface here. A couple of things said here and there. It just adds to the occasion. That's a great record for Shane Watson. Shikhar Dhawan might have said something from mid-off, something to Watson. Watto responded.
I think that's probably simmering from the previous game, but they're going to try and do something. Or he's trying to sort of, mimic the fact that Watson's got injured.
Yeah, that did look like wasn't in the best taste, but anyway, it's come and gone. No, there's a lot going on here. Shikhar Dhawan and Shane Watson.
Question is, who started it? Who started it? That is the question.
Now the umpires are getting involved here.
Yeah, and we all know who started it. And so this is never a one-way street. Let me tell you that. Never a one-way street. And that's why it gets ugly. And that's why it should never begin in the first place.
At the end of a very eventful over. 9 runs coming from it. 141 for 6. Shikhar Dhawan enjoying the moment. A little bit of theatre. I tell you, you cannot take your eyes off this for a moment. And not only is the ball flying to all parts, even the kites are keeping an interest on this. They've changed their flight paths to watch this white ball which is flying into the night sky, and you've now got some drama, we've got some theatre, a little bit of farce maybe, but there are little subplots underneath this whole thing. It's the final match, of course, in this Star Sports Trophy. So Faulkner on strike. Now, is that a little injury to Suresh Raina?
Yes, there was a bad bounce and it might have hit him on the knee, and that can hurt. It's hurt him on the knee. Now, he's not mimicking anybody, let me tell you that. He's actually got a bad bounce and he's got hit on the knee. Have a look at this. Nice firm shot over there. And there it is, the bad bounce. Inside part of the knee, and that is painful. That can be painful.
Well, Watson has now got Suresh Raina at slip. Well, Watson heaves him over mid-wicket for 6. Bit of contempt in that shot from Shane Watson. 150 up for Australia.
Yes, he's bowled really well, but then this time he didn't anticipate that Watson would go for the biggie. So bowled the length ball, thinking that Watson just coming to bat. He might take his time,
And immediately MS Dhoni puts a man out there at deep mid-wicket. He's keeping the slip, and a ring of fielders on the offside. Watson gets it through extra this time. 4.
Once again, that is such an easy spot to score off because the fielder is finer, more towards cover point rather than towards mid-off. Such a huge gap that, look at that, it's so easy. You play with a straight bat. If you have a slip-in position, you want that fielder to be a little bit towards mid-off. There it is, closing the face of the bat, not opening it. There it is, look at that gap. It's a huge gap. You can play a shot without any worries whatsoever.
Well, that gap has now been plugged because Suresh Raina has gone back there to plug that gap. No slip. Watson on strike. Straight down the ground, there is a fielder at long on. 14 from that over, 155 for 6. We've had 24 overs. Ahmed Shami with 2 wickets, Ashwin with 2, and Vinay Kumar with the 1. Some of those bowlers, certainly Vinay Kumar, took a bit of a denting from Maxwell, and Maxwell's gone now. Yeah, Vinay Kumar there, 1 for 54 in 6. He was on the receiving end from Maxwell. It was great what it lasted. It was just good to watch. It's been a fantastic evening here, and as we say happy Diwali to everyone, and Diwali, I think I'm right in saying, starts a little earlier in this part of the country. So the bright shining lights, the festival of lights, Diwali for India, and maybe Australia's lights are starting to dim here in Bengaluru. They were shining brightly when Maxwell was there. Vinay Kumar took a bit of a pasting. And 2 of the main protagonists in this series there, George Bailey and Virat Kohli for India, both run out. Smashed away by Watson. Now, Watson's on a mission as well. He's picking up where Maxwell left off.
And Vinay Kumar just keeps on plugging around that same area and therefore keeps getting punished. There it is again. Easy shot this for Shane Watson. At that pace, look at the time he's at. Look at the time he's at to pick his spot and smash it. 58 runs in his 7th over. With more than 9 and over.
Well, Shane Watson, he found his touch in the last game at Nagpur. 102 from 94. It's been short of runs in this series. But this was a beautifully compiled innings from Shane Watson. And of course we had the 156 from his skipper George Bailey. Amit Mishra picked up the brunt of it. So that was a really hard hit for, and his century came up. Much needed century and much needed return to form for Shane Watson.
Protection for Vinay Kumar, long on, long off, mid-wicket.
Wow, what a sight! Where's this going? Second tier. Watson is making a statement.
Well, Vinay Kumar was preferred to Amit Mishra for this game. Don't think it's quite worked. Oh, what a shot. Very, very good shot. He's a big fella, he's a strong fella. And there it is, on the length, just the right length. Thank you very much, says Shane Watson.
Well, that is the 28th 6 we've had tonight. Hey, what a catch. Sign him up. Oh yeah, and a little toss of the ball as well. 28th 6 of this match, 31 is the record. And that was India against New Zealand at Christchurch 4 years ago. Here's another one. It's flatter this time, but it's the same result. 6 more.
Well, not surprising because he's bowling pretty much the same length at the same pace and just telling the batsman, hit me. So he's not learning anything at all, Vinay Kumar. There it is, on that length. There it is, short of a length, on the pads. Thank you again.
Well, there's not much variation here from Vinay Kumar. He's not really bowling the Yorker. There's no slow ball, anything, something to stop the flow of sixes. There's another one. Here she goes. 22 off the over. Watson is wrecking Kumar. It's 177 for 6 from 25.
Well, just 2 dot balls in the over. Thank God for that, is what Mahendra Singh Dhoni is going to say. 22, 3 consecutive sixes there. 4th ball, 5th ball, 6th ball. 4th ball went into the second tier. 5th ball went a little bit below. And the 6th ball again, almost into the second tier.
Well, Vinay Kumar, if that had been a boxing fight, the referee would have stepped in and said that's enough. Vinay Kumar has gone for 76 in 7. So Shane Watson gorging himself on Vinay Kumar's offerings. Kumar's gone for 76 in 7.
Well, 207 needed from 150 balls in terms of T20, eminently possible, excepting that Australia have lost 6 wickets. So that'll be at the back of their minds. But if Watson continues in this manner, it is something that is definitely going to give India some grief.
Faulkner is on strike. Yes, India at this stage were well behind Australia. Australia, of course, have lost their wickets. 6 down, they're 177. India were 138 for 2 at this stage.
We'll have a look at that. The pitch map, halfway down, halfway to good length. And you are going to go for runs. 26 runs, 22 runs are coming from that over from Vinay Kumar. It is not a batsman-friendly game with just 4 fielders outside. But none of those fielders would have come into play unless they were in the crowd.
You could just see that Shane Watson shaped to hit that Jadeja delivery into the crowds. He just held on the stroke.
Dhoni's got a slip in position for Watson.
It's a flat 6. And that hurt Shane Watson. He went down the pitch and that's tugged that hamstring that's niggling him, and it knows it's hurting him.
Well, he's on 41 of 14 deliveries, so he's in line to break that record of Maxwell and Andrew Simons.
But look at the distress that Watson is playing in here. That left leg, it seems to be the problem, the left leg, and of course he's gone down the pitch and he stretched it further. 184 for 6. Australia need 194 still. 23 overs to go, and they're still ahead of India at this stage. India were 153, but of course they'd lost only 2 wickets, and in the process Rohit Sharma was in the form of his life, building that wonderful innings of 209. Mohammad Shami comes back, and a change up here in the commentary box with Shivaramakrishnan and Matthew Hayden.
Thanks, Alan. It's been the pick of the bowlers. Mohammad Shami needs to pick up a wicket here. Watson looking dangerous. 42 of just 18 balls. Firmly struck. 2 fielders in the deep. Long on, long off. Just a single for Watson. Haven't seen the fast bowlers bowl Yorkers. Length deliveries are disappearing.
Yes. Not sure why you'd want to bowl a length ball when someone's trying to hit you for 6. But that's the thing, once you're under pressure as a bowler, both Maxwell and Watson have showed tonight with just really good batting intent that, you know what, if you've got the presence of mind to strike away, bowlers suddenly then find themselves under enormous pressure.
The Faulkner's gone big. And it's gone the distance as well. 32 sixes in this match. 32 sixes, the most number of sixes hit in a one-day international.
Those small grounds, big run chases, big totals that we've seen through this series, which have just really set it alight. Bowling, just feeling hopeless they are. But they're still not learning, Shiv. Not learning one bit.
Sit it hard, it's out of here. Boy, is he striking them big or what? It's flat, it's gone. 200 comes up for Australia.
Well, he's 49 off 20 deliveries. And shocked me, another length ball disappears over the boundary. Just can't understand why Shami, with the kind of control that he has, and those last two deliveries that we just saw, Shiv, being only able to be hitting that one area. As soon as there's any length, bang, off it goes.
Much, much better. Need a lot more of this, Mohammad Shami. It's 204 for 6. Well, you can see the results there. 2 length balls, 2 sixes, couple of Yorkers have been dot balls. Understand it's a difficult delivery to bowl, but you've got to be practicing that. 22 overs still remaining, 204 for 6. Equation now, need another 180 from 22 overs. Problem here for Australia is they've lost too many wickets. Jadeja back into the attack. Faulkner will be the man on strike. He's 17 of 13 balls. Man at deep mid wicket, long on. There's nobody deep at square leg. Won't be happy as a bowler with the non-striker getting in the way. Now gets Watson back on strike. He's on 49. Strike rate of 233 for Shane Watson. Way down the ground, see there. Oh, Shane Watson not giving any room for Jadeja to stop the ball. That's the quicker delivery. They are peeling. And up goes the finger. Well. Jadeja into the attack and he's picked up a wicket. And a very important wicket for Watson. Where did that come from? Looked as though it bounced somewhere.
Well, I've got no clue at all what it's happened here. You see there's lots of words. I think it's gone off the top of his knee. Oh my goodness me, when it's not your night, it's not your night. One thing that has to happen though is that Shane Watson has to depart the ground. Sprightly innings, 49, Australia 205 for 7.
Nathan Coulter-Nile. Strike rate very good, but very early in his one-day career.
Can hit a big ball. Big strong boy, powerful athlete. If he comes out anything like Shane Watson, it could be him for some more sixes. See the wicket here, he's gone back at the late edge. straight into the top of MS Dhoni's knee. Well, I guess you can only shake your head at not just the unlucky performance as well, but a bit of this in-your-face kind of performance. The ICC match referees will be taking a good close look at this. Hopefully the boys can just control it out there. I know MS Dhoni will have no bar at that. He'll be telling his players, listen, we've got runs on the board. You've just got to keep it in-house. Control yourselves. And let our bat or ball do the talking.
Lucky the Indians are not big men, otherwise they can be intimidating with somebody like you.
I probably would have been in the thick of it, there's no doubt about that.
It's turned out to be a great over. 3 runs and a wicket. 207 for 7. Scoring comparisons, you're seeing that India were ahead in the first 10. 64 for no loss for India. Australia 46 for 1. The blue pillars belong to India, the red one for Australia. Australia, look at the period of play from 11 to 20 and 21 to 30. Well ahead of India. Now long off, Virat Kohli takes a simple catch. Australia lose yet another wicket. He's safe as a house and he's quiet for the moment. The man to go was Nathan Coulter-Nine, and Jadeja gets a wicket, his second.
Well, he's tried for the big one. Had the length. But safely taken. Oh, the joy. The elation. He's got to go. Coulter-Nine dismissed. Just 3. Australia now 211 for 8.
Jadeja now. This flat is gone. Dealing in sixes here. Faulkner it is. His second 6.
Well, this is a tremendous blow. Even though Australia is getting absolutely pummeled here, I tell you what, we're still seeing a constant flow of 6s. 34 6s in this match. Oh, and he's dropped him. That was coming back like a tracer bullet again. He's not dying wondering here one bit, James Faulkner. He's fired up. Busts out of the mitts, Jadeja.
They're not going to hold back. They're going to play the shots. They just want 4s and 6s. Ball wide of the batsman. And a little bit of turn. Nathan Coulter-Nine just slicing. Good catch taken in the deep by Virat Kohli. 6 runs and a wicket in this over. A single easily taken. Ends the over. 31 overs bowled. 218 for 8. India 188 for 3. Then the final assault began after the 35th over, 36th over. Australia playing some big booming shots. Maxwell and then Shane Watson and now Faulkner. 218 for 8. Haddon batting at number 3, getting 40 of 49. But the real striking, the big power came from Maxwell, 60 of 22. And then Watson, 49 of 22.
But the real damage was done up the top here. Aaron Finch and Phil Hughes, Brad Haddon and George Bailey all dismissed. And Shami and Ashwin outright attack. Oh, that is absolutely smashed out of the ground. James Faulkner is just having a feast of 6s here. It's a buffet of sixes today. 35 in the match so far. Some good clean striking. And here's another one, crunch. It's been amazing, hasn't it, Shiv?
It really is. He's got 4 fielders on the offside, 3 inside the ring. There's nobody at deep point. I think that's one of the reasons why he's not looking to bowl the cannon ball. Because if a batsman's looking to hit leg side, the cannon ball, read the ball to bowl, then he'll be hitting against the deviation. Now there's a man at deep point. A deep square leg has come in. Is he going to use the cannon ball to good effect? Lucky, very lucky to get away with that. Goes slower through the air, 78 Ks. Too much width, but finds the fielder, Faulkner. Didn't carry, sit down please. It's closer to the bat. It's also not a bad length to bowl. You only drive you along the ground. You can have long on, long off, a lot straighter. Tell us more about Clint Mackay. Can he hit them big?
You'll have to tonight. Very big. Interesting though, that run rate's it's almost 9, but it's the wickets in hand. That's what every other run chase that we've seen on this series has been all about. It's been about protecting the assets at the top of the order, getting as many runs as they possibly can.
Was the cannonball the time? I think the dismissal of George Bailey could have been the turning point. That was quick, very quick indeed. 110 Ks, 32 overs bowled, 225 for 8, and it's time for a drink. Target for Australia in this decider, 384. Lost wickets at regular intervals at the beginning of the innings. Bench Hughes hadn't got 40 at number 3. Bailey was run out. That could have been the turning point. Burgess also went for 4. Let's take a look at George Bailey's run out. Possible turning point. Hit us.
Well, it's a fine line, isn't it? See this fantastic camera angle here. The reaction. It probably almost could have run out either Haddon or George Bailey there. Maybe there was some smart thinking. Our informed man will go to his end first. I just wonder if cricket had a number of rule changes. I wonder if cricket can't afford the double play rule as well. Whether you can't get run out at either end. I mean, with such stupidity, you probably deserve to actually get run out. But I think it could be one of those advantages to creep back into the bowling side as well, considering that it seems like we've been talking about lots of other capabilities being taken away from the bowlers.
Someone said catch it. He must have been joking. It's raced away to the boundary. Faulkner on 39.
Smashed away again. Easy pickings at that length. Very hard to defend. I actually like the field that MS Dhoni's got here. 2 covers.
It's gone fine. It'll be 4. Just providing too much width, and it was quicker through the air at 93 Ks.
Perhaps he's robbing Peter to pay Paul as well. Take one. It must be frustrating for MS Dhoni, just flirting with his field, but trouble is when you do that you always take away some extra area. And he's now gone back to your more traditional fielding place point. He's got a piece of this as well. Rohit Sharma takes a heroic dive to his right, but it just doesn't stick. Straight off the bat for all money, it looked like it was going to be a 6. Very nice attempt though.
Fantastic effort from Rohit Sharma in the deep. Struck nicely by James Faulkner. Look at this. He was close to the boundary line. And it would have been a definite 6. Very hard to maintain your balance. Even if you caught the ball, might have stepped out of the boundary line. Sent back. He's on 49. Faulkner. Strike rate of 144. 3 4s and 4 6s. That'll be his 50. A very good half century from Faulkner. 15 runs of the over. 33 overs bowled. 240 for 8. Most sixes in a one-day international. Well, the previous best was 31. New Zealand was India, Christchurch in 2009. But here, India-Australia, 36 sixes in Bengaluru. And I don't think it's going to be very easy to beat this one. And could it be 37? Nah, one bounce 4. And to tell you more, Saurav Ganguly and Harsha Bhogle.
Well, it's been just one of those days. I can't remember seeing a one-day match like this. Now, the ball has found the boundaries so many times. Australia 253 for 8 in just 34 overs. Still have 16 overs left. 131 in 95 deliveries. India have been in similar situations when chasing big totals, but the difference is they had wickets in hand. This time through the offside, and that'll be another boundary. Using his feet and opening up the offside. 257 for 8 Australia. It takes Faulkner to 65. Using his feet, opening the offside field, and no chance for Shikhar Dhawan. The highest score by Australian in this innings so far.
Interesting too that Jadeja has been rested from the test side because of a shoulder strain, but he's bowling here. Now what I found most interesting about this, look at South Africa versus Australia, Johannesburg 2006. That was a 434, 438 game. So lots more runs than here. Much higher altitude, so the ball will travel much further in Johannesburg. 26 sixes scored there. Just wonder if change in era, that'll go for 4 too. They might as well put 4 in the book. 50 of the partnership comes up in 27 balls. Clint Mackay not out, 0.
That's phenomenal. He's got all the 50 runs, Faulkner. He's got 48 of 23, and Mackay hasn't scored a run. And when you look at this, you feel how important the dismissal of Shane Watson was. Rocking on the back foot, and he smashed it through the offside boundary.
Meanwhile, Jadeja is 2 for 57 in his 6th over. Vinay Kumar found a few runs going to Kohli on the cheek.
It's 122 of 91. India batted with the same tempo in Jaipur and in Nagpur. They just had lots of wickets in hand.
India scored at 7.66, Australia scoring at 7.52. The difference is wickets. And I think that's what happens sometimes when you chase. Still a slip. Mackay still hasn't scored. 262 for 8 now. That Australian run rate curve is way ahead of where India were at the same point. Way ahead. A good 57 runs ahead of where India were at the same point. Australia with 23 fours and 17 sixes to India's 34s and 19 sixes. Now back with Vinay Kumar, 1 for 81 so far from his 8 overs. Oh, that's gone for 4-2. How hard did he hit it? Because I'll tell you, the gap between the two fielders there wasn't very large.
And they are two of India's best fielders. Ravindra Jadeja and Suresh Raina. They're quick. They hardly could move 5 inches on either side. That's a flat padded tennis shot. And it just raced across the boundary. Now, the question I need to ask Arshad, if Australia had wickets in hand, was 384 gettable?
That'll go for 4 as well. It's just not Vinay Kumar's day today. 1 for 89 now.
You look at the asking rate, 104 from 76 deliveries. It's unbelievable cricket. Faulkner on 86. Could you believe it? Pitched up, he hits you through the offside. You bowl short, he hits you through mid-wicket.
Well, the counter to the point you're making was maybe they wouldn't have got here if they hadn't got a 60 from 22 kind of inning. So they needed to take the chances, and taking the chances, they lost wickets. But you're right. I mean, you keep wickets, you can score just about anything at the end these days. Now that's not going for 4 again, is it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So 3 4s to start off with for Vinay Kumar. He's had some good performances over the years, but this one is the most expensive by an Indian bowler in limited overs internationals.
He's still got 3 deliveries to go. And he's 1 for 93. How sweetly has he timed that? It's not a bad delivery, but it's a very good shot. No chance for Ravindra Jadeja.
You can't blame the pitches for that. He's bowled a half tracker, then he's bowled a volley, now he's bowled a full toss. So you can't say the pitch is causing these figures all the time. Now that'll go the distance too. Just about. Now, in the Australian camp, I just wonder if they're thinking, hang on, can this go on a little longer here? He's 96 from 54, then he 94 from 74. I just wonder if that's a little joke there. Can this go on a little longer?
This is great stuff from Faulkner. Just see how good he uses the crease. Short. And it just crosses the boundary.
Sure, now here's a statistical oddity that you don't get to see very often. Vinay Kumar's conceded 99, Faulkner's on 96. We could have one hit, bringing up one batsman's 100, and a rather less desirable one for the bowler.
If he gets to 100, it would be a fastest 100 by an Australian. Matthew Hayden had one in 66 deliveries.
No wonder he's not watching the game, he's sitting at the back. Matthew, sorry, your record's going, Matthew. Oh, that's beautifully hit. Well, they should be able to come back for 2. He's a local boy, Vinay Kumar, but he's just gone for 100.
Faulkner goes to 98, 1 for 101 at his home ground. Let's have a look at the towel. There is so much to you.
Go up to 99, 21 runs came from that over. Australia hanging in there, 293 for 8, 12 left. Faulkner 99 from 56. Jadeja, you see down there in the top bottom right, 2 for 57. It's a very kind number that it doesn't tell you it's come from 6 overs. 2 for 57 sounds all right. When you say from 6 overs, not quite. Vinay Kumar at the other end has just gone for 100 plus, 1 for 102 now. Right, can Faulkner get 100 here? He came here with a reputation as a good end overs bowler who can bat a bit. Won Australia a game in the run chase in Mohali. Now is close to getting Australia's fastest ever limited overs century. And it's a record that's going to go by a long margin. Matthew Hayden, 100 from 66 balls. He's got 10 balls to get there. And he gets there. Well played, James Faulkner. The fastest century by an Australian batsman in limited overs internationals. 100 from 57. If he can bat half as well as Matthew Hayden did, he'll be a wonderful player for Australia.
Well, he's done wonderfully well. It's an amazing knock, an amazing fight back. Just shows the character of the man. He's had a tough series with the ball. So has a lot of the bowlers in from both the teams. But he hasn't given it away. When he's got an opportunity to bat, he's made it count. His teammates are happy, and very rightly so.
Now here's something interesting too. Australia's required rate is 7.61. It started off at 7.66, so the below where what it was at the start of the innings. India the same point, 218 for 4. Australia 294 for 8. Now Mackay in it as well. On this outfield, that's going to beat Shikhar Dhawan into the boundary. First 4 for Clint Mackay. Australia 86 from 69. It's flickering, it's flickering. There's still a little flame.
I can't believe this. A very good shot. Went back all the way onto the crease. There was gap through the offside and no chance for Shikhar Dhawan. Can he hang around with James Faulkner? Can James Faulkner keep finding the boundaries? It's 7.48 and over from here. That's good line. That's Jadeja at his best. His shoulder hasn't been very good. He's been left out of the test side. To get his shoulder back in order. Is this dressing room hoping? Can he hang around for those 67 deliveries? Can James Faulkner keep finding the fences?
Just a little bit of apprehension creeping in now. 86 is a lot of runs. But this partnership was put on 87. 5 of the over, 298 for 8 with 11 left. Dhoni's got a few overs from Mohammad Shami left. He's coming back on. 7 overs, 2 for 47. We have a few from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar as well. But he's brought him back because I think he thinks he's had enough now. Let's try and finish this. He's bowled wonderfully, Shami.
7 overs, 2 for 47. He's got to bowl full and straight. He's got a long on, a long off, a deep mid-wicket, a deep square leg. 4 fielders in the ring on the offside. Can he rattle the lower order batsman with pace? And I'm not talking about James Faulkner. He's batted as well as he could in this series.
Right here, you're 100 from 57. Faulkner, he's still there. Lars is starting to ping them into the block hole. Now this was in Mohali. 30 runs came of that over. And he was hitting them all of the middle of the bat. He's hitting them all a very, very long way indeed. That was as flat a 6 as any you will see. Got 30 from that over. Now, run rate is not an issue for Australia, I still think, under 8 and over. The only question is, what's Clint Mackay going to do? Is he just going to hang on? Is he going to get a strike as quickly as possible? 6 fielders inside the circle, no, long on's dropping back, mid on's dropping back.
Is there a twist in the tail? 85 or 65. I don't believe it yet, but this game has seen funny things. Terrific delivery. Full and straight and quick. We haven't seen much of that tonight. Just have a look. That's the best place to bowl. have to be a good one-day bowler. You have to master that. Period. There's no other ideas to stop runs at the death.
Right, 88 from 55 balls, his partnership. Mackay 6 from 17. But he's played his part. That'll be called wide, won't it? Did it drip down leg side? No, says the umpire Nigel Long.
Indian seamers once again short. Since Bailey's dismissal, they've just bowled back of a length. 321 has been the strike rate for short bowling.
Through the gap on the offside. I think it's just gone 6 inches longer, looking for the Yorker. Now 81 from 62. Australia are alive here. This is a record Australian partnership for the 9th wicket. Now 92 from 57.
That's poor thinking. He's bowling to a number 10. Bowl the length balls, try and get him out. You can do that to James Faulkner. Never mind, he would have hit you for a 4, but to a number 10, bowl in good areas. Try and hit the pads.
He's kept that out. He's playing his part here. Remember, you can't have a partnership with only one person batting. The other's got to keep blocking at the other end. That's what Mackay has done. The expression's just starting to change in the stands at this stage. Who would have thought that was possible? 81 from 61. What are the batsmen who got out early sitting there in the hut thinking? Fourth 50, 25, 38, 33. Why? Aaron Finch has got just a little bit of his fingernail left. He will not take the single. Only 5 of the over. It's 303 for 8 after 40. The last 10 overs, just look at that. India made 151. That's the match there. I mean, you thought when Rohit Sharma was batting, India had already got enough when Rohit Sharma and Dhoni were batting. Rohit Sharma and Dhoni were batting. It's those runs that are now coming in really handy. Overs 31 to 40. India made 47. Australia 92. In the commentary box now, Lakshman Sivaramakrishnan. The man whose record is, well, just being toppled a little bit, Matthew Hayden.
What is a safe score these days? You have wickets in hand, you can get plenty. And Faulkner's been outstanding. Magnificent 100. Still the equation. Well, if these two bat out for another few overs, the pressure will be on India. 80 or 59.
Tell you what, it's not safe, Shiv. And that's world records. World records, run scoring records, run chases. Every record seems to be tumbling here in this series. Such as a spectacle as well. It's brilliant.
That's in the gap as well. It'll be 4 more. Made the adjustment very late and gets into a good position. Marginally back of a length. And Mackay has put it away. And he's joining the party as well.
It's a fantastic stroke as this partnership moves on the 97. Rocking back on the back foot all the time in the world. Big gap. Mackay's just going to have to hang in there with James Faulkner now, who's striking the ball as clean as anyone that's ever struck the ball.
Wicket delivery coming in with the arm. Looking for a leg before there, Jadeja.
just hurries on. Oh, bat pad or very tight.
So 5 runs of the over so far. It's got to finish well. Wouldn't be a bad idea to concede a single and get Mackay on strike for the next over. Big appeal, big appeal. The umpire's going upstairs. Nigel Long. And normally, Dhoni is very good with these stumpings. He's got very quick hands. Have to wait and see if Mackay got a long way out. Big stretch. Now he's fine with the no ball. And then, is it in the air? Is it on the ground? It looks safe.
Rock solid. I think everyone got a little excited there, including us. That's going to be out.
Have to see who's in the air or just back in the crease. Third umpire might want to have another look at that. Very quick hands from Dhoni. I think he's fine. I think he's fine. He should be safe.
Well, I don't think his back foot here has left the ground at any stage. Let's get on with it, eh?
Still looking. The longer the third umpire looks, he's going to give it not out. And it is not out. 41 overs bowled, 308 for 8. "29 fours and 18 sixes in this innings. 9 overs still remaining. There's 76 required. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar has bowled 6 overs, none for 35. The required rate now 8.44. If they can bowl with the economy under 6, it would have done well. And Faulkner's the man on strike, and he's striking them big. A good field set, deep cover, just a single. He's off strike now.
Shiv, if these two bat anywhere near the depth of the innings, this could be one of the greatest upsets of all time. It's ticked it along nicely. The partnership's built. Great power. It's amazing that India even find themselves in this position, considering that the start they had.
Well, Australia at one stage were 211 for 8. Hardly give them a chance then. Absolutely no chance. This partnership 98 or just 66. Putanile was dismissed when the score was 211. He thought it was early finish. These two batsmen have other ideas, especially Faulkner. They've got to get in a few dot balls to Clint Mackay. Feel that they have fielders inside the circle, should be looking to save singles. Keep Faulkner away from the strike, like James Faulkner having a word with his partner. Get the single this time. Get Faulkner back on strike. Massive run chase tonight, 384 the target. Highest successful run chases by Australia and one-day internationals, 334 for 8 against England at Sydney. If they get to 384, this will be the highest run chase for Australia. He's hit it clean again. He's making it look so simple.
Well, I tell you, he has hit this as clean as a whistle. And he's been doing so for all 61 deliveries that he's faced. Seen length pretty much every time tonight, hit for 6.
A little bit of it and length delivery. Good enough to free his arms. Oh, it's been there for 93 minutes. And he's hit each and every ball. Unbelievable power. And it's gone a long, long way. 11 fours and 6 sixes. And the pressure on the crowd as well now. 38 sixes in this match. 19 for India. And 19 for Australia as well. Sometimes as a bowler, when you're getting smashed around the park like this, your mind goes blank. You don't know what you're doing. You're just running in and getting rid of the balls.
Well, I reckon you couldn't go wrong apart from delivering anything but a length ball, because that has been dispatched with ease from both sides, now striking 19 sixes a pop. Enormous number of sixes.
It's a much better delivery. 9 runs of the over, 317 for 8. Run rate required 8.38. India at this stage were 253 for 4. Australia 317 for 8.
Well, it's the same stage of this game. India were behind on their run set here by 60 runs. Just remarkable. Australia are miles in front of this run chase, but trouble is wickets in hand.
Hit very hard. Outstanding effort. Virat Kohli has to be the man. Saved 3 runs for his side. Was travelling like a bullet.
Well, that's a brilliant fielding performance. And oftentimes those sort of fielding performances and efforts get you wickets. So important in these games where run chases, it's on. Those little efforts can just put that additional pressure. He gets a 4 there, he's off and running again for the over.
Also boundary at the first ball of the over. Pressure is right back on the bowler. Missed leg stump. Fire not interested. Well, you can see the middle and off stump. Suddenly with that angle would have missed leg. Tony was waiting on the leg side. Be happy with the single, Mackay. Last over, just 3 runs conceded by Jadeja, and here 3 balls, just the 2 singles. We'll be looking for a boundary here. We'll be targeting the leg side. Faulkner. Slow delivery as Yorkers are a must. Yorkers still struck very well. It's just a single. Faulkner 114 of 69 balls. 11 fours and 6 sixes. That's 3. The red ones are the dot balls. Just 3 dot balls in 69. all three of them under the bat. Yorker, it's all of the seamers, Indian seamers. Got to learn a lesson from that. Turning out to be a good over for India. Just the 3 runs. Final delivery coming up. As a bowler, you don't want to experiment when you bowled a good over. Faulkner having a quick word with his partner. Doesn't matter, I can hit them big. Don't worry about dot balls. Just hang in there.
Been 2 good overs here. If he finishes off well, be putting pressure right back on Australia again. Every dot ball, that run rate just escalates now up close on 10 and over.
Terrific over that. 3 runs of the over. 323 for 8. The crowd's happy with that over. Just the 3 singles. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar has been economical. Under 6 is always good when you have 383 on the board. Shami's been good, picked up 2 wickets. The big problem there was Vinay Kumar. 9 overs, 102 runs and 1 wicket. Ashwin was brilliant. 10 overs, 2 for 51. And Jadeja also going for plenty. Jadeja getting into his final over. Faulkner, the man on strike.
This is the over, I reckon, Shiv. He's really got to break the back of this now. These 6 balls, in particular these front 2 or 3 balls, got to start to go the distance.
He's looking for 2. Just get the single. The crowd's getting into it. They realize keep Faulkner away from the strike and you have a good chance of winning.
Can't let James Faulkner sit up that bowler's end any longer. Has to get ones, has to get something, has to start showing the intent now, I think, Clint Mackay. Otherwise there'll be way too much pressure put on James Faulkner.
Well done. It's got the single. Now the crowd getting into it, supporting Team India. They're all nervous out there in the stands. It's a packed house. And some unbelievable cricket here. He's missed that. Again targeting leg side.
Well, they know they've been treated to some, not miracles, I think that's too big a word, but they've been treated to some of the most unbelievable performances ever seen in the game. Could this be another one?
Ever seen in a series. Well bowled. Faulkner running the first one hard. Wants to, sent back by his partner, and rightly so. There's some good fielders in the deep for India.
And at a similar stage, dare I remind everyone that James Faulkner just took that enormous over off Sharma to bring it home for Australia.
Australia do make it. Rohit Sharma, what will go through his mind? Getting a double 100 and not on the winning side. Again a good over. 3 runs of the over. Faulkner once again having a chat with his partner. He's doing this on a regular basis. And he's knocked him over. Just a hint of turn. He's knocked back the off peg of Clint Mackay. That was a superb delivery. Quicker through the air at 94 k's and just a little bit of deviation to go past the defense of Clint Mackay.
Well, the intent here really revealed everything. Just trying to force this down the ground. Just a fraction of turn. Jadeja ecstatic. He knows how important that partnership the break was. Clint Mackay dismissed for 18. Australia now 326 for 9.
Right, new man in is Xavier Doherty. And Mohandas Menon's quick to tell us that he's got 2 first-class 50s. His highest T20 score is 33. They need 58 from 5 here. Here's Mohammad Shami again. 8 overs, 2 for 52 so far. Jadeja's bowled out, but he's got 3 for 73. Now Fielder's coming underneath it. Is he there? Yes, he is! Shikhar Dhawan has finished it. And a wonderfully brave and courageous innings from James Faulkner comes to an end. And you can see how worried the Indians were as they all congregate around Shikhar Dhawan. Now, gentlemen, go back and shake hands with James Faulkner. 116 from 73 balls. It's a memorable innings from the young Australian. And there will be agony on his face, but he'll realise there was him alone that brought Australia that close. Now I think Faulkner's having a word with the umpires here. But it's not cutting much ice. So there it is then. India win by 57 runs in a dramatic match. This is how it happened. Matthew Hayden.
Well, there was a little bit of confusion there, but there shouldn't have been. That was stump height, full toss. Made great cover to this ball. Such a significant part of the game to take your catches. We've seen a few drop throughout the series. But what a catch that was, and what a series. As the curtain comes down on this evening, this beautiful Diwali season. It's been one of the most remarkable performances, both individually and collectively, from two sides. It's been a constant battle of attrition for the bowlers. They've been crying in their teacups every night. There's been 300 plus totals chased down and scored.
They will celebrate. India will. They won the series 3-2. It's a long time since they've beaten Australia at home in a full series. It was an evening to remember. And it was an evening that, with a bit of luck, might have gone Australia's way. I'll tell you, even now at this stage, India were only 284 at this stage. India made 100 runs from this position. And I think that was the big difference. Rohit Sharma made 209. Mahendra Singh Dhoni got a very, very quick half-century himself. What do you say about today's cricket? 60 from 22 balls for Maxwell. This man himself, had he been around. But cricket's not about what might have been. So Faulkner 116 from 73 balls. They'll shake hands at the end. But I think the big lesson from here, the big takeaway for everybody here, is when you're playing in these conditions, the game is never over. Steve Rickson there, the Australian coach for this series. I think that's the big takeaway, isn't it? The big plus for India, Rohit Sharma coming good as an opening batsman, made more runs than anybody else in the series. Shikhar Dhawan's had another good tournament. Virat Kohli's played 2 amazing match-winning innings. For Australia, I think Glenn Maxwell's cemented himself as a very dangerous batsman. James Faulkner's played an innings to remember. They just wanted a few more runs from the top order, didn't they?
Well, absolutely. 1, 2, 3 sets up in a run chase. And unfortunately tonight, it just didn't happen. It was a real rearguard action from the positiveness of Glenn Maxwell. The moment that he came in, he started striking the ball cleanly, hitting some massive sixes, both sides really getting amongst the sixes. And then James Faulkner comes through with one of the most phenomenal innings that you'll ever see played. And unfortunately just fell short of the mark. Shane Watson contributing there with 49 off 22 as well. And the rest doing their part in what was a really special run chase.
Look at the partnerships as they develop then. Maxwell and Voges 58, Watson and Faulkner 67 from 36. And then that wonderfully brave partnership between Clint Mackay and James Faulkner, 115 from just 89 balls, and that had every Indian fan here in the ground just starting to worry a little bit. Wasn't a day for bowlers, wasn't a day for Vinay Kumar. 1 for 102, it never happened for him. He'll wake up tomorrow morning and say, you know what, it never happened. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, none for 47. Just look at everyone who goes under 7.6 and over, and I think you look at Ashwin and say, wow, well done. Tenor was 2 for 51. Even Jadeja, tenor was 73, was below India's run rate. So he got his 3 wickets, and Mohammad Shami 3 for 52. So in this astonishing cricket match, India making 383 for 6, Australia creating a bit of a flutter here. Rohit Sharma becoming the 3rd in the history of the game to get a double 100. Got it from just 158 balls. Dhoni 62 from 38. Australia were brave, but India won by 57.